takes on Waikiki. Wednesday night at 10:30 on K5, the home team. Find a shape. A Rari shape.
Today, the Hawaii Warriors are planning to spoil Fresno State's homecoming celebration as they go after their first road win of the season. Aloha kakayaka, everybody. Good morning to you from Fresno, California. Fresno State, a team that has built their reputation on playing anybody, anytime, any place, especially BCS teams, has run into more than a bit of trouble. Since a valiant effort against USC last year, they have won one game in 9 tries, and they are 1-4 in this season. And this community is really up in arms. They've been after the head coach, Pat Hill. They've been after the players. The newspapers are rife with criticism, and they face a Hawaii team that is coming in here and flying high, especially Colt Brennan coming off a 419-yard performance against Nevada. So I turn to Russ Yamanoha. Hawaii's got to be the favorite here, but playing here at Fresno, the last time Hawaii was on this field, they lost 70-14. What about today?
Well, you mentioned that Fresno State is a team with their backs against the wall. It's no secret. They want to shorten this ball game. They want to run it. The last couple of times they faced Hawaii, they had running backs go over 200 yards rushing. So if the key for the Hawaii defense is to stop that running game and stop the offense, period, for Fresno State and get the ball back to their high-powered offense. As you mentioned, in the papers all week long, every article we've read, been mentioned the Hawaii passing attack. If Hawaii could use that and sort of use the passing game as a decoy, Nate Ilawa could have a big game for them. He's averaging 8.2 yards per carry. That's tops in the WAC. So Nate Ilawa, if he has a big game today, that could go a long way towards Hawaii getting its first road win of the season.
Fresno State, of course, just has struggled. They just have not played well, and they're coming off a loss to Utah State, a team that was winless before their upset victory against Fresno State. So, Jim Donovan, when you look at Fresno State and you look at how they are playing, it's hard to believe.
Well, let me tell you, Jim, there's a lot of frustration and concern in the Valley by Bulldog fans, and most of it centers around starting quarterback Tom Brandstater. He's got 6 interceptions and 5 TDs, and that has a lot of people calling for his backup, Sean Norton, a sophomore. One of the things that is going well for the Bulldogs is their running game, and running back Dwayne Wright. He's coming off a serious knee injury last year, and he's playing very well this year. Over on defense, they're led by an emotional middle linebacker, Dwayne Andrews. And of course, the guy to watch today is their cornerback, Micus McCauley, who's got 4.31 40-yard dash speed, and I'm sure will be locked up against some of Hawaii's best receivers. I look for these Bulldogs to come out and play pretty tough today. They've been called out all week long, even by some former players. So look for this to be a hard-fought game.
As far as Hawaii is concerned, this is the kind of game that they rub their hands together in anticipation, because Fresno State is the only team in the Western Athletic Conference not to have an interception all season long. When we come back, we'll get things underway from Fresno, California. Another matchup, the Warriors against the Bulldogs.
This exclusive sports presentation of the home team is sponsored by Hawaiian Telcom. From local to long distance, wireless to internet, Hawaiian Telcom has solutions for all of your communication needs. Hawaiian Telcom, keeping Hawaii connected.
How are you?
Previously on Sunday Night Football.
What's been done? The Manning Bowl.
I believe that there's a real deal.
This Sunday night, Raiders, Broncos. Primetime players, a mile high. A bitter rivalry renewed. Sunday Night Football.
Let's take a look at the keys to the game, sponsored by Kaiser Permanente. Thrive.
The first key to the game is minimize mistakes. Both of these teams have made mistakes this year that helped them lose games. Last week against Utah State, Fresno missed 2 field goals in their 13-12 loss. And I think everybody remembers 2 untimely fumbles against Alabama and Boise State. You can't make mistakes on the road and expect to win.
And Hawaii also has to make right wrong. That's the running back for Fresno State. Is a do-everything guy, Dwayne Wright. He's going to be the main ball carrier for Fresno State this afternoon. And he's one of the top running backs in the Western Athletic Conference. And as I said in the open, Fresno State in the last 2 ball games against Hawaii has had running backs go over 200 yards. Bryson Sumlin and Wendell Mathis both went over 200 yards against this Hawaii defense. So Hawaii needs to come out and play aggressive, especially early on, to get the job done against this Fresno State team. They are a team with their backs against the wall.
Let's take a look at the injury report sponsored by HMSA. And when you look at the injury report for Hawaii, Ryan Grice-Mullen still out. Braston Satelli not expected to play. And for Fresno State, Jaron Fairman and Cole Popovich also on the injured list. Hawaii will receive, and Fresno State will kick off to start here in Fresno this afternoon's game. This is the first time in a long time that they have played in the afternoon on a Saturday. So the crowd is not exactly enthused, not only with the record of the home team, but also the starting time, and they've taken all alcohol out of the stadium. So if they are going to come in, they are going to come in at the start of the game, because they are imbibing in all the parking lots that surround Bulldog Field. Kicking off will be Clint Stitzer. Stitzer, a junior out of Reno. And for Hawaii, as they come out in their white road uniforms with the silver pants and silver helmet, we'll see whom they send back to receive. Kenny Patton and Ross Dickerson. So we're about ready to begin from Fresno, California. Western Athletic Conference game, and we are underway, and that ball is hit deep into the end zone. Patton will not return it, and Hawaii will go to work at the 20-yard line. Hawaii is led by Colt Brennan. He is second in the nation in total offense per game, 372.4 yards. He has passed for 1,862 yards, 18 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions, and perhaps most impressive, he comes in today with a 74.4 completion rate. So we'll see how Hawaii goes to work here. They come out with triple wide receivers to the right. Ilawa back with Brennan. Brennan to throw. Throws, that is complete to Dickerson. Dickerson is wrapped up immediately. Gain on the play of 5. That'll bring up second down and 5 yards to go. Tackle made by Ahijah Lane. Tonight's starting lineups, or today's starting lineups, I should say, sponsored by Enjoy Snacks. It is time to enjoy life. There you see the offense for Hawaii. Of particular interest is Hercules Satelli, the pulling guard, and Ilawa, who went over 100 yards in rushing last week. Brennan looks, throws, that is complete, and then the ball comes out. That'll go as an incomplete pass. It was intended on the far side to Dickerson, and he was hit by Vincent Mays. Mays, the safety, coming up for Fresno State. That'll bring up third down and 5. The ball at the 25-yard line. This is the defense for Fresno State. Remember, they do not have an interception. McCauley is very quick in the defensive backfield, and Andrews leads the team in tackles. Third down and 5 from the 25, just underway. Brennan looking long, now throws, crossing pattern, that's incomplete. Was intended for Bess. And covering on the play was Marcus McCauley. There you see the talent of McCauley in that defensive secondary for Fresno. It was imperative coming into this game that Hawaii on the road start well. They are 3 and out on the first possession. Kurt Milne will come in, and he will punt. Clifton Smith is deep. There's the punt, and Smith is very dangerous. Takes it at the 23, eludes one tackler. Coming to the near side, he's at the 30. comes back and is hit from behind on the special team. So coming in to make the tackle is Gerard Lewis. Smith came into this game averaging a 35-yard long punt return against Colorado State. He's just coming back from injury, so he comes in averaging 31 yards, 52-yard punt, and an 11-yard return. So it will be first down for Fresno State. The ball at their own 34-yard line. Excellent job by Gerard. He missed the first time, but then came back to get the ball carrier. Tom Brandstater is the quarterback for Fresno State. 5 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, 774 yards in passing. Single setback. In motion goes Chaston West. Ball is thrown. It is incomplete. It was intended for West, but coming across was another receiver. And that receiver was Isaac Kinter. There you see the offense for Fresno State, expected to be a first-round draft choice in the National Football League, is Young. He is the center. And, of course, Wright could be a workhorse today. Kyle Young, number 59, and Wright, number 32. Again, single setback. Double wide receiver. West in motion. They set the screen up for Wright. He is hit, and Wright is tackled back at the 25-yard line. Excellent play that time for Hawaii. So a loss of 9 yards. Michael Lau getting the start for Hawaii. And there you see Lau at only 5'9", and already he has contributed in this game. And, of course, you take a look at the linebacker Adam Leonard out of Seattle. He leads the team in tackles, coming in with 46. That brings up third down, long yardage for Fresno State. They come out in the usual I formation. Then standing to throw again, throws long over the middle. That is complete, a great catch, and he breaks tackles, gets a block at the 35, and he will score. Darren Pasco, the tight end. Fresno State, 75-yard touchdown play. So for Pasco, that is his first touchdown reception of the year. And for Brandstater, he comes in. That is his 6th touchdown pass. Brilliant play, because Brandstater put that ball right on the money.
And watch the block he gets as he's trying to break away from the field. I think it's C.J. Hawthorne that's just going to get erased. Leonard Peters came in, tried to give him a shoulder. There's the block right behind him. And that's a big team football play for Fresno State. So Fresno State makes a statement. Remember, the last time Hawaii was on this field, they just got blitzed. It was the most embarrassing defeat. The extra point is up by Spitzer, and it's in between the upright. 7-0 Bulldogs, 12:28 left. Hawaii needed to start strong. They have not. You get there.
I got these pants for $10 less than my sister did.
This computer, 20% off.
I haven't bought shampoo in years.
Rebate check.
Celebrate the Savor in You with My Choice Bundle from Hawaiian Telcom. Get home phone service, unlimited long distance, and high-speed internet. At $65.95 a month, it's the best value in town.
Mom says I'll grow into my clothes.
To connect, call 643-0800.
Savers Unite!
Hi, I'm Al Landon. Job description, making our customers proud to say,
That's my bank!
Going the extra mile to have my business clients say,
That's my bank!
At Bank of Hawaii, no matter what our job title,
we all have the same job description.
Giving customers reasons to say,
That's my bank!
Because making you proud enough to say,
That's my bank!
That's my bank!
Isn't just our job.
It's our privilege.
Need help staffing your business? Listen to what some of Hawaii's top employers say about Midweek and the Star Bulletin's Star Classifieds.
We're currently expanding, and Star Classified has helped us tremendously with our recruiting efforts. Not only did they bring a quantity of applicants, they also brought the quality that we were looking for.
Better by far, 5 to 4-star, star classified.
Today's Geico quote of the game comes from Warrior head football coach June Jones. Speaking of this Fresno State rivalry, he says, I think the rivalry got started when we beat them in double overtime back in 1999. That game sort of set the standard for years to come, and that is a big understatement because that was the game that Hawaii needed to get their co-WAC championship in 1999 and move on to the Oahu Bowl, and that game definitely set the standard for the rivalry in this series.
Stitzer will kick off for Fresno State. Waiting for it is Dickerson. He will take it at the 5-yard line. Dickerson gets a block and the lane out over the 25, and Hawaii will begin there. Shocking start to this game.
Yep.
Fresno State has been struggling all season long. Hawaii has been putting up the passing yardage. In fact, Hawaii second in the nation in passing, and Brennan second in the nation in total offense. But they are 3 and out on the first possession, and Fresno State scores. So Hawaii will go back to work here, and already they're in the catch-up mood. Ian Sample has come into the game, and he is flanked to the far side. They come out in the 4 wide sets. Ilawa back with Brennan. Brennan looking, shovel pass Ilawa, and he has space. 30, 35, Ilawa to the 40. Ilawa at midfield, breaks another tackle at the 45-yard line, down the sidelines, and is finally knocked out of bounds. The shovel pass yields big yardage. And Alan Goodwin finally ushers him out of bounds. Great run for Ilawa.
Well, the defensive end from Fresno came up the field hard, and that allowed him to cut inside on that shuffle pass and pick up a nice gain.
39 yards for Ilawa. So Hawaii has it at the Fresno State 36-yard line. Hawaii trying to answer back right away. Sample and Dickerson to the far side. Rivers to the near side along with Bess. Ilawa back with Brennan. Brennan, 4-man pattern, throwing. That is complete to Bess. Dancing, looking for a block. Gives way all the way back to the 37-yard line, to the 40. The ball is then given to Ilawa on a lateral, and he is chased down. Chased down by Marcus McCauley. Best trying to get cute, and he paid the price.
Yeah, I think it was too cute, just like you said. You try to make a play for your team. That's on the positive side, but after he catches the ball, he does nothing but go backwards. And then another questionable call in lateraling the ball to Nate Ilawa. Always a scary move, and it got back to the line of scrimmage, -1 yard on the play for Hawaii.
Second down and 11. The ball at the 36-yard line of Fresno State. They come out with triple wide receivers to the left. Rory here in the background are the Clappers. They throw it to Rivers looking for a block. Rivers gets to about the 30-yard line and then springs forward to the 28.
Great job of holding on the ball there by Jason. You can see that Bulldog defense is really coming up and trying to strip it from him, and he holds on with both hands. You need to do that on the road.
Tyler Flex, number 11, there to make the stop gain on the play of 9 yards. That'll bring up 3rd down and 3. Hawaii just outside the 28. They have to go just inside the 26. Sample is flanked to the far side. Single coverage on Sample. In motion is Bess. This is a big play for Hawaii. 7-0 Fresno State. They scored early. Back to pass Brennan. Throws it long, and we have a penalty flag.
Looks like somebody might have jumped off on the Bulldog defensive line. I don't know if he was drawn off or not.
Offside. Number 19 defense, 5-yard penalty. The result of the penalty is a first down.
Marvin Haynes called for being offside. So a first down for Hawaii. They put it on the 28.
First and 10, Hawaii.
Yeah, they called it a number 19, and it was not. It was on a Lewis Leonard, the defensive tackle, just getting a quick jump on that play.
2 Leonards in the game, one for Fresno State, one for Hawaii. Lewis for Fresno State, Adam for Hawaii. So it is first down. Sample is flanked to the far side along with Dickerson. In tandem to the near side, Bess and Rivers. A little bit different look. Brennan steps up, throws. That is complete to Rivers. Stumbles a bit, gets inside the 15, where he is banged out of bounds. They will give him forward progress to the 14-yard line.
Taken out of bounds.
And that is close to the first down. It will be second down and 1. Covering on the play, the middle linebacker, Dwayne Andrews. 9-yard pickup.
With a player like Nate Alawa back there, you figure they might throw this one in the end zone. They've only got a yard to come back on third down.
Sample and Bess. Bess leads the nation. 8.2 catches per game. He is in motion. Brennan looking, sets up, throws. That is complete. With it is Dickerson inside the 10. Dickerson gets a block inside the 5, dives for the end zone, and is just short.
Nice block there by Ian Sample, coming over and walling the defender off.
Vincent Mays finally ushered him out of bounds. It will be first and goal for Hawaii at the 1-yard line. 13-yard gain.
Watch Ross Dickerson when he gets this ball. He sees the block develop in front of him. Dickerson goes 5'10", 198, but he used all of that 198-pound frame when he saw one guy between him and the end zone and laid the shoulder there. The goal line almost got in.
See what Hawaii does now on the 1. Under center is Brennan. Could we see the option here? Brennan hands it to Ilawa. Gets into the stack. That's a touchdown. So Nate Ilawa scores his 4th rushing touchdown of the season. He came in with 396 yards in rushing. So Hawaii is now back to a 1-point deficit, and they do answer back.
Nice push there by the right side of the offensive line. John Estes, Daniel Perez pushing those guys back. Nate gets in there easily enough.
So Dan Kelly, I should say, in to try the point after. Nice snap, but it's handled. Kick is up. And it is good. So with 9:39 left to play in the first quarter, Fresno State 7, Hawaii 7. Hawaii 75 yards in only 6 plays, 2 minutes and 40 seconds of elapsed time.
America's new night for great television, starting with an all-new Deal or No Deal. Then, it's the new phenomenon, Heroes. Ordinary people discovering extraordinary abilities.
I'm not anyone. You're someone very special.
Followed by a star-studded Studio 60.
It's a beautiful instrument.
Stinger the lute.
But will 2 lovers get back together? All new Deal or No Deal, followed by Heroes and Studio 60. What a Monday on NBC.
Central Pacific Bank sponsors the Loyalty Award, donating $100 toward the Central Pacific Bank Endowed Scholarship Fund for every touchdown Hawaii scores. Central Pacific Bank, member of the FDIC, fiercely loyal banking.
And both of these teams responding here in the early going. The first incompletion thrown by Fresno State, the crowd actually booed the team a little bit, but they came back with a long touchdown play. Hawaii, as you mentioned, Jim, needed to get an answer-back drive, and they did. Nate Ilawa with a big run to start things off, and he punches it in for the touchdown. There was 7-7 starting all over right here in the first quarter.
Trevor Chambly deep for Fresno State. Line drive kick. And it is taken on the near side by Chasten West. And West is double teamed as he gets short of the 25-yard line. Michael Malala, who has just starred on special teams this year, leading the charge once again. From local to long-distance wireless to internet, Hawaiian Telcom has solutions for all of your communications needs. Hawaiian Telcom, keeping Hawaii connected. 9:28 left to play in the first quarter. We are tied at 7. We begin again.
Well, Jim, the Bulldogs were a woeful 39% on third down coming into today's game, and did a great job on that last third down they had.
So right becomes the single setback again. They come out in a passing formation, and there's some uncertainty, and so Brandstater calls a timeout. So Fresno State takes their first timeout of this first half.
Yep. Timeout. Fresno State, first charge timeout of the half.
One thing that is positive for Hawaii, of course, is that they were able to answer back. They were already in the catch-up mode, and what they have done is catch up. So now the defense has to bulwark and stop Fresno State, because Fresno State is just full of confidence now in their offense.
And this is not a good sign for a Fresno State team that, as we mentioned in the open, has their backs against the wall. The 4-game losing streak. Fans, the media all over them up here in Fresno have to come out at this stage of the ball game, call a timeout, especially coming off of the first play of the drive. Not a good sign for this Fresno State offense.
Bank of Hawaii recognizes excellence on the field of play, and so they will be selecting a member from each team as the game's most valuable player, sponsored by the Bank of Hawaii. Fresno, 75-yard touchdown pass from Brand Stater to Bear Pasco. Pasco's real name is McKenna Sean Pasco, but all his life he's been called Bear. So it has become more than just a nickname.
And it's a great name for a 6'5", 260-pound tight end that just kind of ran a roughshod over the Hawaii secondary on that long touchdown pass.
Fresno State will have it first down at the 24-yard line. When you look at these two coaches and you come back and you analyze, June Jones is 56-39. He is 12-20 on the road. He is 12-15 on the road in the WAC. But he has a winning record against Pat Hill. He is 4-3 against Hill. Single setback is right. Brand Stater with a long count on first down from the 24. Brand Stater gives it to Wright. First carry for Wright. And he runs into the triple team of white shirts. Solomon Elamimian, Adam Leonard leading the charge that time.
Adam Leonard just having a very good year this year, coming up and filling when he reads run, doing a really good job.
It's an interesting matchup between the defensive nose tackle Michael Lafaele and Kyle Young, the center for Fresno. And they're looking at each other right now, right in the middle of the field. Right. He's hit in the backfield. Hit in the backfield again, the third time, and finally the fourth time. The fourth effort to bring him down, and he loses all the way back to the 20-yard line. Micah Lau. That's the second time that Lau has gone in and made contact in the backfield for Fresno State, a loss of 4 yards.
You almost have to wonder if there was a mistake blocking there by the offensive line, because Lafaele just penetrated straight through and almost met the quarterback running back exchange. Came back and helped make the tackle.
So Lafaele just blew by the center that time, Kyle Young. That'll bring up third down, long yardage. Look out. The last time they were in this situation, 75-yard touchdown pass. Brand Stater with a long count, goes back. He will throw, has time, does so. That's to Wright. He's got a long way to go for the first down, and he slips, and down he goes after about a 2-yard gain. Micah Lau also contributing on that play, the linebacker getting the start. Lau is undersized, and he is the first to tell you that. He is 5'9", 218 pounds. A gain on the play, only 2. That'll bring in the punter for Fresno State. Kyle Zimmerman. Zimmerman back inside the 10-yard line. Also helping out on that last play was Myron Newberry, and Newberry is back deep. Newberry, the punt returner for Hawaii. There's the punt. Newberry comes up, waiting at the 40, and he calls for the fair catch at about the 39-yard line. Hawaii will put the ball in play there. So a 38-yard punt. Hawaii with a 1-yard run by Nate Ilawa, 75 yards in 6 plays. We are tied at 7. And we'll see whether Hawaii's adjustment to the defense of Fresno yields more points. First down, and you can hear the clappers going again. in the shotgun along with Ilawa. They come out in the 4 wides. Brennan with time. Brennan carrying that ball like a loaf of bread. He's going to run. He's at the 40. Brennan at the 45, forward to about the 49, and very close to the first down. That is scary when he's out there carrying that ball in one hand.
It's a definite adventure. I mean, at times, looks like the pockets is going to collapse on him, but somehow, and we've seen this out of Colt Brennan this season, somehow he manages to find a way to stay alive. He does it on this play. Right about here, he looks dead to rights, but somehow manages to weasel his way out of it and get a good game for Hawaii to set up a measurement here for the Hawaii offense.
Well, the Bulldogs are running a 4-3 defense, and the strengths of that defense is to stop the run and also a pass rush. One of the things it's weak at is the middle distance passes, so look for Hawaii to have some success there if they can stop that pass rush.
6 minutes, 20 seconds left in the first quarter. Hawaii gets the first down at their own 49-yard line. There was some chance of rain today, but that has all but disappeared. The temperature at game time was around 80 degrees, maybe 81, 82. People in Fresno say, no, you're wrong. It was 76. So it's around there somewhere. Very warm. First down for Hawaii at their own 49. Brennan. Steps up, now throws sideline, tough shot, and he cannot hold on. Boy, he threw into double coverage. And trying to go up was Bess. Got his hands on the ball, but could not gather it in. That was a chancy pass by Brennan.
Yeah, he threw it into a crowd. It was a little bit scary, like you said, but Devon Bess does a nice job of getting up there and almost came down with it, but he's got the sideline to contend with. Plus, he's looking back into a high sun and a high sky here in Fresno. It is hazy and overcast, so it's not an easy catch to look up into that bright skyline.
Sample, Bess, and Dickerson are flying to the right. Second down and 10 from the 49. Rivers, single receiver to the left. Brennan looking at Rivers, checks off, throws over the middle, crossing pattern. That is complete to Dickerson inside Fresno State territory, and he's wrestled down at about the 47.
Well, it looks like the Bulldogs are playing some kind of combo coverage where they've got 2 deep safeties, but underneath they're playing man. So it takes a little while for an offensive receiver to get free. They've got to get into their defender on a man coverage and then break away and create separation so Colt can hit them.
Third down play, 3rd and 7 for Hawaii. They come out in the 4 wides. Ilawa back there with Brennan. Showing blitz. They do blitz. They throw over the middle. That is complete for the first down. And running free is Bess at the 20, at the 10. Touchdown. Check that, not Bess. That is Sample. Sample on a crossing pattern. 47-yard pass, the Sample. Sample and Bess were both on the right side. And Brennan saw Sample on the cross and hit him perfectly.
That was
and for Ian Sample, that is his 5th touchdown reception of the year.
That's a classic case. When you blitz, it's feast or famine. They blitzed off Hawaii's left side. It was picked up well. Colt hit Sample. His man defender fell down. Free shot right to the end zone.
The 19th touchdown pass of the year for Brennan. And Brennan's 53rd of his career, 61 yards in only a minute and 44 seconds. So Hawaii now reaches out and gathers the lead. They lead it 13-7. And Kelly in to try the extra point. Brennan is 8 for 11, 125 yards. Kick is good. And so with 5:11 left to play in the first quarter,
5 minutes, 11 seconds
Hawaii leading 14-7 over Fresno State. Hawaii not only has answered back, they've taken the lead.
At Chiroplan Hawaii, we're specialists in you.
You're the one.
You're the reason we're locally owned and managed.
You're the reason we have more than 60 clinics.
Famous diagonally dipped shortbread cookies.
Hawaii Hawaii leading 14. Hawaii leading 14-7. 47-yard pass from Colt Brennan to Ian Sample. Sample running a rather new route across the middle. Kickoff goes into the end zone. Did it cross inside? It did. And so Fresno State will put the ball in play at the 20. That, if you analyze it, is the perfect kickoff. Forced West into the corner, the potential receiver of the kickoff. And so Fresno State will start at the 20-yard line.
That touchdown play by Ian Sample, that was almost on paper not fair. Ian Sample's a 60-year senior. He beat A.J. Jefferson, a freshman for Fresno State. Jefferson needed to make that play. When he did not, Sample had nothing but open field in front of him, and Hawaii finds themselves on top by 7.
West and Joe Fernandez are wide to the near side for Fresno State. Single setback is right. Keeping the ball, Brand Stater. He will run, and he gets nailed at about the 29-yard line.
Brand Stater to the 29-yard line.
Patek led the charge, and he had friends, white-shirted friends, that helped him out.
It was a great job selling the toss to the left and holding on to it and coming back to the right. There was only one person at home for the Warriors, excuse me, and turned it inside.
Second down and 1 for Fresno State. They come out in the eye. It is right. Slips at the line of scrimmage, does not get the first down, I believe. That'll bring up third.
Aluminium just came up and tagged the fullback to stop that play. That was a great job by Solomon.
It's a big series for this Fresno State offense. The crowd kind of getting on them, and we're talking about it. They've been getting all kinds of heat up here in Fresno for their 1-4 start. Well, you hear the crowd kind of groan on that slip right there.
Third down, less than a yard for the first down. Fresno State 1 for 2 in third down plays. Bircher and Wright in the I formation behind Brand Stater. Brand Stater to Wright. First down. Fumbles the ball. Hawaii may have it. And I believe they do. Yes. First hit was by Solomon Aluminium. We'll take another look at that.
That was a big hit, too. Watch Wright get the ball, and he gets leveled, and he is still down in the field.
Classic putting your head on the football.
So Wright is still down and concerned now for just a wonderful running back, Dwayne Wright. I mean, he was injured. He stayed out for 2 years. Injured in the 2004 season, stayed out last year, just came back this year. He is 7th in the nation in rushing, 132.6 yards a game. And he just got blasted on that play.
He looks to be okay. Got the wind knocked out of him. Boy, that's a big turn of events for both of these teams. And Fresno State needs to have something positive happen, especially here in the early going. And it just goes from bad to worse. They give Hawaii the football just outside the red zone at about the 24-yard line.
Well, I got to tell you, the Warriors, the 2 inside linebackers are just playing fantastic. Filling, just coming up and just laying it on the Bulldogs. What a great job by the inside linebackers so far today.
So Hawaii with a great opportunity here. They put the ball in play following that turnover, that fumble on the 24-yard line. Laua back with Brennan. Brennan looking, sideline pattern. That is complete at the 15-yard line to Sample. And Sample runs into a world of red. On the sideline, they're able to bump him out of bounds. So a gain on the play of close to the first down. We'll call it 8 yards. It is second down and 2. The ball just outside the 15. Sample will go to the far side, and to the near side will be Rivers. They overload the left side with the slots, Bess and Dickerson. Brennan throws. That is complete to Rivers at the 5. Gives ground, puts his head down, gets to about the 5-yard line. We'll see what they give him forward progress. That's enough for the first down. So Hawaii on the porch.
They had Rivers out there all alone on the near side of the field in man coverage. And when the Fresno State defensive back backed off of him, Rivers just pulled up short, and Cole Brennan hit him with the out pattern, and you can see the arm strength right there in Cole Brennan. Cole Brennan gets the ball out there quick.
Dwayne Andrews, the middle linebacker, Alan Goodwin double-teamed him on the 5-yard line. Now the yards get tough, and we'll see what Brennan does with Ilawa in the backfield with him. Triple wide receiver to the right. 1st and goal to go from the 5. It's Ilawa. Ilawa to the end zone. He's very close, and it's a touchdown.
Tampa right.
Hercules Satele with a great block.
Their favorite play, Tampa right.
5-yard touchdown run for Ilawa. For Ilawa, that is his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 5th rushing touchdown of the season. And Hawaii now has vaulted to the lead, 20-7 over Fresno State. Three plays, 24 yards, only a minute and 42 seconds of elapsed time. Now, officials call a timeout. Kelly was getting ready to kick.
The play is being reviewed.
The play is being reviewed whether Ilawa got into the end zone.
Well, I'll tell you, June has a philosophy. He doesn't have too many running plays, but the ones he has, he makes the team practice over and over and over again until what he calls unconscious competency.
And when Ilawa got that ball, boy, he had wide open spaces in front of him. He had one man to beat, went to the air, came down close to the goal line, and we'll see. Well, watch when he makes this turn right here. He's got people all out in front of him, blockers, and he just cuts back and almost gets it to the goal line. We'll see what the replay shows. This would be the best angle to look at it. So he'll have to go into the goal line, not the checkerboard pattern. That's deep into the end zone. The official blocks it right there. Can't see it, but that just may delay the inevitable because Hawaii's right there on the edge, even if they don't get it.
Unless they have something we can't see, I just don't see how there was indisputable evidence. I mean, if you look at that last one where the camera frame showed the official, he was right on the goal line, and he's the one that made the call for a touchdown. I think they're going to have to leave this one on the field.
After review, there's conclusive evidence that the ruling on the field is confirmed with a touchdown.
Bill McCabe is the official, and Kelly will have another shot at this point after. Hawaii leading 20-7. You see June Jones and Pat Hill have just squared off year after year. So Kelly out of the hold of Funaki. Ball is placed. So it is now 21-7 in favor of Hawaii. They've really turned things around here in the first quarter. They gave up a 75-yard touchdown play by Fresno State. And then credit this team. They did not wilt. They came back, they answered back, and now they have taken control.
And Hawaii only scored 14 points 2 years ago when they came up here to play up in Fresno. That 70-14 loss. Last year they scored only 13 points against Fresno State at home, and so far in the first quarter with $1:46 to play, they're already at 21. It's way early in this ball game, but June Jones has to like what he's seen out of his offense so far to put 21 on the board. Granted, that last touchdown came on a very short field after the Fresno State turnover.
Well, I guess now we'll test that cookie theory and see if
the cookie
Bulldogs,
syndrome, the famous cookie syndrome,
where one of the teams gets down big time in the first quarter and ends up crumbling. I think the Bulldogs still got some spirit left in them. They sure are tackling hard. Just have to wait and see how it plays out.
Kelly will kick off for Hawaii. Line drives it down. West plays it on the hop at the 3-yard line. West up the sideline. West runs out of room as he crosses the 25 to about the 27. Good return for West. Brad Kalilimoku and friends able to usher him out. So it will be first down for Fresno State. Now Fresno State knows how intriguing Hawaii is on offense, just how forceful they also are on offense. And it's their turn to answer back. We were expecting Wright to run it about 40 times this game to keep the Hawaii offense off the field. First down. This is Wright. Bolts into the secondary. Wright chased down from behind as he gets to the 40. There's an example of the running ability of Wright. Michael Lafayette chased him down from behind. Lafayette, the nose tackle.
And not only did he chase him down, if you watch it, he had a shot at Wright at the line of scrimmage, and Wright put a move on him. Number 67, Michael Lafayette, he just ran right away from Lafayette, but he did not give up on the play. That's a 300-pounder downfield to assist on a tackle, or get the tackle, I should say. That's good team pursuit by Hawaii.
Gain on the play of 12. First and 10 from the 39, just short of the 39. We'll see if Wright gets it again. He does. May have fumbled the ball again. May have fumbled the ball again. They're looking. And Hawaii has it.
They do give it to Hawaii. Boy, that's exactly. Fresno State cannot have that. I mean, on a 4-game losing streak, the crowd is all over them. 2 turnovers by their big play back on consecutive drives. Boy, Hawaii with a chance to just grab momentum by the throat and not let go. Pat Hill has to be just beside himself. We'll take a look at it again. Wright with his second fumble in back-to-back drives, and Hawaii is living large.
Yeah, Mel Purcell reaching out right there and stripping the ball from the running back. Great job by Mel.
First down for Hawaii, trying again to get points off the turnover. This is a pitch to Ilawa. Gets a block from Brennan, puts his head down, and goes to the 30-yard line. 8 on the play of 12, perhaps 13. That's a first down for Hawaii.
A very strange play right there. It looked like that option play that we've seen on a couple of occasions for Hawaii, but it was a strange option in that usually the quarterback's on the inside and you pitch to the outside guy, but this time Brennan's on the outside. He pitches inside, but he doesn't give up on the play. This goal, Brennan, he goes downfield, gets a block, and that's a big gain. First down for Hawaii, whatever works.
It's the end of the first quarter. Hawaii has come from behind. They trailed at the start 7-0, but they have come back with 3 touchdowns, and they threaten again when we come back in quarter number 2.
This exclusive sports presentation of the home team is sponsored by Hawaiian Telcom. From local to long distance, wireless to internet, Hawaiian Telcom has solutions for all of your communication needs. Hawaiian Telcom, keeping Hawaii connected.
We begin quarter number 2. Hawaii with another golden opportunity.
This
they have
exclusive
the ball
sports
at the 29-yard line of Fresno State following the second fumble. Quick pass, that is complete, and Dickerson is horse collared out of bounds inside the 25 to the 24. Hawaii leading 21-7.
Yeah, this Hawaii passing attack has a way of making defenses look bad, but here at Fresno State, you mentioned it, Jim, in the open, that this Fresno State defense has no interceptions on the season, and so far they just seem to be a step slow on all of the out patterns that Hawaii's running, or the crossing routes for that matter, and so far Hawaii's taking advantage of it. 21 points in the first quarter.
Come out on the 4 wide, second down and 4. We have a penalty flag, and we will have a false start. Nakoa football is the official
the snap.
club.
False start, number 4, offense. 5-yard penalty, remains second down.
So maybe Laua call for the false start. Nakoa football is the official booster club
out of bounds
of the University of Hawaii football team. For more information on the Nakoa Football Club, visit them on the web at www.nakoa.org. Rivers to the left, Sample to the right, spotted inside of Rivers, Best, and Dickerson. Quick pass. That is complete to Best. Looking for a block. He's at the 25, side steps, gets to the 20. Very close to the first down.
Great job of blocking there by Ross Dickerson. I mean, he holds his block and lets Best try to run out, run inside. Nice gain. 8 yards on the play.
Gain of 8. It will be 3rd down and 1 for Hawaii. And they are on the edge of the red zone. Hawaii 1 for 2 on 3rd downs.
June wanted a timeout. I think he got it. He did.
And Hawaii does call a timeout just into the second period.
First charge timeout of the first half.
14-12 left to play in the half number 1. 2 turnovers have really hurt Fresno State. Hawaii has been able to take the first fumble by Wright and turn it into a score. And they are threatening to take the second fumble by Wright and do the same thing.
Support Fresno State student athletes by
Here are the turnovers. There you see Wright. He's hit by Elamimian. Ball comes out and the white shirts just jump all over that. And then the second time, you can see that Ilama Francis was able to come in at an angle. And then the white shirts again pounced on it. So Hawaii will have 3rd down and short yardage. 3rd down about 1.5 yards.
Fresno State has to be feeling all kinds of pressure with that 4-game losing streak. You mentioned in the open gym also they've lost 8 of their last 9 ball games. And they had to be looking at this one on the schedule big for 2 reasons. One, it's a WAC contest. The loser of this game falls out of striking distance of WAC leader Boise State. The winner stays right there in it. And next week, Fresno State goes into SEC country, battles LSU, and then they go on the road to Boise State. That's going to be tall order, both of those games. So Fresno State had to come out good here, get it done early, and so far they're in a 21-7 home.
Hawaii in a tough situation, too. They play on the road this week and again next week at New Mexico. Brennan, 13 of 16, 171 yards and a touchdown. That was the sample. 3rd down, 1.5 yards. Clappers are active again. From under center, Brennan fakes it to Ilawa. Rolling. He will keep it, and he will have the 1st down. Brennan wanted much more than that.
Brought down by Josh Shirley.
So Josh Shirley, senior from Bakersfield. There are 2 Shirleys on this team. They are not related. Jason Shirley is in the defensive line and Josh Shirley in the defensive backfield. There you see Brennan.
The stadium announcer, the stadium PA announcer, gets the crowd sort of involved on 3rd down, gets them to make all kinds of noise. That's good, but then when the opposing team gets the 1st down, it sort of deflates the crowd as well. And Hawaii knocking on the door once again.
Bess is flanked to the far side. Brennan looking, throws. That is complete to Bess, and then wait a minute. The whistle blows, and we'll see.
Might be a delay.
Prior to the snap, delay a game, offense, 5-yard penalty, remains 1st down.
Fresno hopped into a different defense there. They're normally running a 4-3, but Tyler Klutz hopped out of his defensive end position and went into the middle like he was a middle linebacker, so it looked a little bit like the traditional 5-2 on that play.
So Hawaii, following the penalty, will have 1st down and 15. And the ball has been moved back to just outside the 21-yard line. So Brennan ready to go to work again out of the shotgun. They come out on the 4 wide. This time Rivers is flanked to the left. Brennan looking, checks off, throws. That is complete to Dickerson at the 15. 1 man to beat. He's at the 10. He's at the 5. Dives for the end zone. And they say he stepped out of the 4-yard line.
Well, it sure looks like the Bulldogs are trying just about everything. They're dropping defensive linemen into linebacker positions. They're running combo, man zone coverage. They're just having a very hard time stopping this potent Warrior offense.
18-yard pickup that time, and you see the effort by Dickerson.
Dickerson just making a play right there. Caught the ball, had 1 man on him, and just beat him to the sideline. Almost got it in for the touchdown.
1st down, goal to go. The ball at the 2-yard line. Ilawa and Brennan a shotgun. Triple wide receiver to the left. Brennan stops, throws, touchdown. That's the Sample. Second touchdown for Sample in this game. And the second touchdown pass by Brennan. And that was something new.
It was.
It appeared to be option. And Brennan took about 3-4 steps, stopped, and saw Sample.
And Hawaii ran this option play against UNLV. They ran it against Nevada. At that time, a wrinkle. They faked the option. And Ian Sample coming across the middle with clutch in his back pocket. And it's another touchdown for Hawaii, 27-7.
42 yards in 6 plays, 2:07 elapsed time. So they've taken 2 turnovers, and they've turned it into touchdowns. Both turnovers by Wright. The extra point is good. And Hawaii now leads 28-7 over Fresno State. And we're just underway in the second quarter.
In Hawaii, the basic rules of communication have always been simple. Smile. Be honest. Speak from the heart. That's how it was when telephone service came to the islands over 100 years ago. And we believe the same rules apply today. We're your local communications company.
Hello? It's Dad.
Keeping you connected by providing simple, direct, meaningful choices that best suit your needs.
Prepare to enter the atmosphere. Can we have parachute online? Picture right now. Now, if there is life, the Dutch will find it. What is he doing? What is that?
Now we wait.
Day 1, pick up new Tacoma, hit the country. Lots of room, lots of power. Day 3, help my buddy Brad move to his new girlfriend's place. Day 23, I let Nicole take the Tacoma. Brad thought I was nuts. Help Brad move. Again. Day 67, good day.
The bigger, stronger, better than ever Toyota Tacoma. Fully equipped for your life. At your Toyota dealers of Hawaii.
The UH Athletics Scholar Spotlight for this week is on Nancy Shawn of the Wahine Golf Team. The Scholar Spotlight is presented by AIG Hawaii. Discover the AIG advantage. Weston Chambly back again. Brennan is now 15 of 18, 192 yards and 2 touchdowns. Tips it off. Coming up to take it will be West at the 10-yard line. West right up the middle is hit at the 25 and gets out to about the 29, and it will be first down. Michael Malala again on the special teams, able to bust that wedge. As you look at Sample, Ian Sample, 5'10", 196-pounder, a 6-year senior out of Washington Township, New Jersey.
And Dwayne Wright, the running back for Fresno State that we talked about, not in there. He's right in the pine as this drive starts. Anthony Harding in the backfield for Fresno State.
So Harding, single setback. We'll see whether he gets the pull. He does. And he finds a hole, puts his head down. The defense finally converges on him. Good gain on the play. Harding, that is only his 8th rush of the year. He came into the game with only 13 yards. He has no receptions. He is a freshman out of Turlock, California. 6-yard gain, second down and 4 for Fresno State.
Leonard Peters coming up there and making the tackle after that nice gain on first down.
He just joined us. Hawaii has had a very productive first half. They lead at 28-7 over Fresno State. Second and 4. Brand Stater, the quarterback for the Bulldogs. Brand Stater, draw play. With it is Harding. Harding has the first down, out over the 40 to about the 42. So an 8-yard gain that time by Harding, and the responsibility of the running game now has fallen on this freshman. Good blocking that time by the offensive line of Fresno State. 11:40 left to play in the first half. Double wide receiver. Harding again. He goes nowhere. Alama Francis first to him, along with Purcell. I mean, they made a sandwich out of it. 2-yard loss.
Mel just does an arm over, it looks like, and just stops the play cold.
Get a freshman in the backfield. You have exchange issues. That's what happened on that play right there.
Second down and 12 now for Fresno State. See if they go to the air here. They come out in the I formation. Furcher and Harding in the I. Ronstetter fakes, looks, wants to run, sacked. Back at the 31-yard line. It is Kalilimoku. Brad Kalilimoku. And for Kalilimoku, that is his second sack of the season.
The Warriors with the blitz on Fresno's right side. They overload it. Even though they tried to pick it up, great second effort by Brad Kalilimoku to make the sack.
Yeah, he was blocked out of the play and never gave up on it. That's a great play by Kalilimoku to get there. Puts Fresno State in dire straits, 3rd and long.
3rd and 20. Brandstetter in the shotgun. West flanks to the far side. Brandstetter looking for West. Now throws. That is caught by West at the 43-yard line. And it's not West, but Marlon Moore, excuse me. Marlon Moore. Moore, number 5, and West, number 6. 11-yard gain. That'll bring a 4th down, and Zimmerman will come in and punt for Fresno State. Good defensive effort that time by Hawaii.
Number 38, back deep for Hawaii.
Newberry back to receive.
Newberry standing inside the 15. Zimmerman a 38-yard average. Good hang time. No fair catch. Newberry at the 12. Newberry at the 15. Trying to get a block, can't do it. Excellent play. Excellent play that time by Jason Roberts, the defensive end, performing on special teams. 42-yard punt. So for the first time in a long time, when you go back to the opening moments of this game, Hawaii starting deep in their own territory. They lead 28-7.
Young Guns, Hawaii's best gun and knife shop, is the most complete gun shop and the largest knife store in Hawaii. Sport shooters, hunters, law enforcement, our military, and homeowners concerned about personal protection shop at Young Guns. Centrally located on the corner of Mapunapuna and Pa'a Streets with lots of free parking. For Hawaii's best selection of new and pre-owned firearms, ammunition, state-of-the-art flashlights, knives, and hunting gear, shop at Young Guns, Hawaii's best gun and knife shop.
Paula Sela is a real Geico customer, not an actor. So to help tell her story, we hired that announcer guy from the movies.
When the storm hit, both our cars were totally underwater.
In a world where both of our cars were totally underwater,
We thought it would take forever to get some help.
but a new wind was about to blow.
With Geico, we had our check in 2 days.
Payback. This time, it's for real.
Geico. Real service, real savings.
Are you one of those? One of those who didn't have it handed to them? One who balances risk with reward and stands behind the choices you make? You know you've arrived, but you also know you're not done. Not yet. Because like us, you view success not as a destination, but as a constant journey. The entirely new Lexus ES350. Only at Servco Lexus.
The Jack Fact is sponsored by Jack in the Box, where they don't make it until you order it. Bulldog Stadium is celebrating its 25th season as the home field of Fresno State football. The Bulldogs have a home record of 126-31-2. Hawaii in total offense, 212 yards. Fresno 99, most of it coming on that 75-yard touchdown pass to Pasco early in the game. First down for Hawaii They have it at their own 12. They lead 28-7. Brennan in the shotgun. Brennan hands the ball to Ilawa, looking for blocking. Ilawa tries to break free, but cannot. From number 17, Marcus McCauley. McCauley did a good job that time of coming up from his position and not letting Ilawa
After the play was over,
gain yardage.
Personal foul, late hit, number 70. Number 70, offense. Penalties half the distance to the goal. Second down.
Kala Esera called for the personal foul after the play was over. So Bill McCabe, the official who began, by the way, officiating WAC basketball, and now he is out officiating football. Probably easier because he has replay. So second down for Hawaii, 15 yards for the first down. Showing blitz. Ball again is given to Ilawa, spinning out of trouble, and then just gets a couple of yards. All of a sudden, Hawaii has turned very conservative. Marcus Riley, number 31, led the Bulldogs that time. And they all yelped their way to the tackle.
That is supposed to be one of the strengths of that 4-3 defense that the Bulldogs are running. You've got those 4 big down linemen. If they don't come across the line of scrimmage really hard, it will be hard to make the Warriors' favorite play, Tampa right, work.
3rd and 15. No gain on that last play by Ilawa. Brennan gets the snap. Throws long. And Sample goes down. No flag on the play. Sample sit over there by McCauley. That'll bring a 4th down, and Hawaii will have to punt it away.
Well, no flag on that play. That was incredible. McCauley tackled Sample halfway into the pattern. But I guess they're going to say that the ball was not catchable, which is, I don't know how they can make that call, considering Sample went down halfway through the pattern. But nonetheless, Hawaii back to punt from its own end zone.
Kurt Milne will punt. Milne, 38-yard average. And the ball is taken and fumbled. Finally falling on it is Clifton Smith. Smith had some running room, tried to take advantage of it, and all of a sudden the ball came out. So now Fresno State has excellent field position on the Hawaii 40-yard line. And an example to, an opportunity, I should say, to chip away at Hawaii's lead.
Yeah, the ball just bounces right into his chest. Bounces right back off of his chest plate. He does a nice job of recovering it. Keep Fresno State with the football.
Sean Norton has come in at quarterback, replacing Brandstater.
And the crowd.
Norton's first appearance of the season. 5'11", 175-pound sophomore from Valencia. No statistics. He will pass. He throws to West. That's complete. Breaks a tackle, and West gets to the 25. Great way to start.
The crowd certainly loves it. It's the first time they've really gotten into the game since their opening kickoff.
16-yard gain on a first down. The ball is now at the 24-yard line. There you see his first pass. And it's a complete one to West. Finally, Patek wrestles him down. First down for Fresno State. High snap. Keeping the ball to the 25. And out of bounds he goes. Norton getting all the way to the 20.
You can tell those Warriors want to get to him. They were a little bit over-aggressive there on the left side and lost contain, allowed him to get outside.
You can also tell this crowd is jacked up by his entrance into the ballgame. He's a parade All-American out of high school, so he's got some skills. He got the stadium pumped up, that's for sure.
They put it on the 21. Second down, about 7. Norton, the quarterback. Norton again to throw. Throws. Touchdown. Pasco.
Jacob Patek covering on the play. Just a few steps behind him. Couldn't catch up. It looked like it almost might have been a broken coverage.
Fresco's second touchdown pass.
That's exactly what Fresno State needed. They needed a spark off the bench. They got it. They put Dwayne Wright on the bench after 2 turnovers. Brand Stater had 1 series. Without him, couldn't get it done. Norton comes into the ballgame, and boy, just like that, Fresno State jumps right back in it.
Stitzer for the extra point. And the extra point is perfect. Fresno State comes back. Hawaii now leads 28-14, 40 yards in 3 plays. And only 33 seconds of elapsed time. And what a debut for this freshman quarterback, Norton. So Sean Norton from Valencia. Hello. Welcome to Division I.
We believe that by seeing you when you're healthy, we can help keep you that way. Kaiser Permanente. Thrive.
Hawaii businesses know recruiting and retaining employees is a crucial element in running a successful business. Offering a solid benefits package definitely helps attract and keep good employees. That's where Benefit Services of Hawaii can help. For over 20 years, we've been providing employee benefit solutions to Hawaii's employers. For a flexible spending plan, group, voluntary, or long-term care insurance, we've got solutions for you. Hawaii is our home, and serving Hawaii's people is our business. Benefit Services of Hawaii, solutions focused on you.
Did you vote in Hawaii's primary election? Every vote counts, and every viewer who watched KHNL News 8 got the best election night coverage. With political experts and party pundits supporting the KHNL News 8 team, you got the most live, local, late-breaking coverage. Plus, KHNL.com kept you on target with live streaming and voting results.
Stay with KHNL News 8's Decision 2006 for the most comprehensive coverage leading up to Hawaii's general election.
And remember to vote on November 7th.
Well, we are situated on the roof.
Luxury accommodations.
And we are outdoors. If it rains, all the ink will run. And we won't know who the players are. But other than that, when Fresno State comes to Hawaii and they want to announce a game, we're going to put them in Tom Gym. Kicking off is Stitzer. Backing up into the end zone and will go out of the end zone.
Boy, what a pick-me-up this guy Sean Norton is for Fresno State. You can just hear it in everybody. Oh, and a late flag right there. Somebody from Hawaii, I think David Farmer, just took a shot and went down in the middle of the field. A very late shot, and that's gonna be a penalty against Fresno State, I believe.
That is not.
After the play was over, personal foul. Unnecessary roughness. Number 87 on the kicking team. 15-yard penalty. First down.
They called it on Fresno State instead of on Farmer.
Yeah, Farmer took the shot from the Fresno State player. And Norton got everybody pumped up, maybe a little too pumped up right there.
Kevin Ciccone, number 87 on the special teams for Fresno State. Now, Hawaii seeking momentum again. The momentum has changed to the team in red. 6:42 left to play in the first half. Hawaii leading 28-14. So Brennan has to go back to work. Triple wide receiver to the left. Brennan looking. Brennan keeping. He is angling for the first down. Cuts back to the middle, which is dangerous. And finally succumbs at the 45-yard line. That should be enough for the first down for Hawaii. 10-yard gain by Brennan.
Yeah, it looked like that time. Looked like he tried to dump it off inside, but there was nobody there. Alao was covered. And then Colt Brennan just refuses to give an inch. Cuts back in, gets very close to the first downer. He actually got the first down.
From local to long distance, wireless to internet, Hawaiian Telcom has solutions for all your communications needs. First down for Hawaii at their own 45-yard line, and motion is best. They overload the right side. Brennan throws complete to Sample. Sample with running room. Gets all the way to the 43-yard line of Fresno State. That should be another first down for Hawaii. 12-yard gain for the Warriors.
Yeah, so far in this ball game, it's been Dickerson and Sample that have been getting the opportunities. Devon Bess, one of the top receivers for this Hawaii football team, only 2 catches, 7 yards. So Hawaii's built this 14-point lead without the use of Devon Bess. You know, you kind of get the feeling that he's going to have a breakout moment here. It's coming up soon.
First down from the 43 of Fresno State. Brennan steps up in the pocket and stumbles, gets back to the line of scrimmage and leaps to the 41. So a gain on the play of 2. That'll bring up second down and 8. Good coverage by Fresno State deep. 2-yard gain on that leap by Brennan. 5:14 left, and the clock is ticking, as you can see. Here comes Hawaii. Rivers to the left, Sample to the right, and the other 2 wide receivers to the right are Bess and Dickerson. Brennan looks into that defense. Quick pass. No flag.
Wow.
It was intended for Rivers.
Well, Fresno continues to sit in what looks like a combo coverage with 2 deep and man underneath. And that was Damon Jenkins on the play covering, doing a great job there.
Good timing by Jenkins. No interference.
Yeah, that was very close.
Hawaii 2 for 4 on 3rd down. Remember about momentum. Hawaii needs this first down. Here at Fresno State, 28-14 is not safe. Brennan, big play. 3rd down, about 7.5. Brennan chased. Now goes back the other way. And with it is Ilawa. And Ilawa very close to the first down. He may have it at the 33. Ilawa made the decision to cut back toward the inside. If he would cut back toward the outside, it would have been a horse race.
Yeah, he had some wide open space. It's going to depend if they mark it where the football came into contact with the ground or where his backside did, because he kind of landed on his wallet and rolled forward. But the outside, there was some space for Ilawa, but he elected to go back on the inside, and it's going to be close. Actually, a first down for Hawaii.
Nice block there by Sampson right at the end to spring him for that extra yardage and get the first down.
And another variation on the theme, something that we're not used to seeing. Going back to Ilawa. First down. Ball at the 33. Brennan steps up in the pocket, throws, slings it to the 20. And that is complete. That is complete to Dickerson. And Dickerson continues to play very well. Hawaii is now sitting on the edge of the red zone. 13-yard gain.
And you saw quickly in that last shot right there, Damon Jenkins, a cornerback for Fresno State, kind of looking flustered. They had 4 guys around the football right there. Fresno State did. Dickerson was sort of by himself. And even with all of that defensive players around him, makes the catch. And that's got to take the wind out of your sails if you're this Fresno State defense.
Dickerson sets up on the right. And Rivers on the left. Brennan 1st and 10 from the 20. Here's Ilawa looking for a running move. He gets it at the 15, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown! What a play call. And what great blocking by that offensive line. 20-yard gain. Ilawa angling off the left side. All of a sudden, he probes the secondary, breaks into the clear, and then powers into the end zone. And Hawaii takes back the momentum. They lead at 34-14 with 3:38 left to play here in the first half.
Boy, Nate Ilawa, man, he just came off that left side. He had, I think it was Hercules Sattelli out in front of him. Sattelli laid a block. The secondary for Fresno State looking pass, and Nate Ilawa takes it in, 3rd touchdown.
Kelly trying to make it 35. And he does. 7 plays, 65 yards, 3 minutes and 18 seconds of elapsed time. And Nate Ilawa, his 3rd rushing touchdown of this game. Watch the power at the end of this run.
Nissan took 20 years of adventure, journeys, and concrete jungles, then built the next Nissan Pathfinder. with a 270 horsepower V6, seating for 7, and independent rear suspension. The Nissan Pathfinder, only $269 a month at your Nissan dealer now. Road trip, anyone?
It's over! Bengals win it! Fumble! Lamb has it! He's gonna run! This is incredible!
Sears, proudly supporting UH Athletics. Get the good life. Great price savings this weekend.
University of Hawaii basketball returns to the Stan Sheriff Center, and you can be part of the action. Season tickets for the 2006-2007 University of Hawaii men's and women's basketball seasons are on sale now. For ticket information, call 944-2697 or visit us online at hawaiiathletics.com. Think green with the UH teams. Now you can buy, sell, transfer, and print your tickets online. Online ticketing is fast and convenient. Check it out at hawaiiathletics.com.
Monday morning on KHNL News 8, what happens when your credit status becomes a nightmare? What's the best way to make things right?
We'll have some help for you and an answer. Plus, I'll have an update on the weather situation that begins from 5 to 7 a.m.
See you then.
Kickoff by Kelly goes into the end zone over the head of West, and he will not return it. The Bulldogs will have it at the 20-yard line. And the new quarterback, Sean Norton, who is actually a sophomore, not a freshman, but he did not play last year. He has not played since that last touchdown drive by Fresno State in this game against Hawaii. So he comes out, and you would think with the experience that he would be, well, he would gulp a bit, but he didn't gulp at all. First down for Fresno State.
Dwayne Wright gets out of the doghouse. He gets back in there.
Norton gives it on a reverse. And with it is West. And West gets out to the 25-yard line. Leonard was there. Also coming over. Myron Newberry.
Nice job by Newberry. Coming off the block and stopping that reverse.
5-yard gain, 2nd and 5. Under 3 minutes left to play in this first half. Joe Fernandez is flanked to the far side. Ball is given, and horse collar at the line of scrimmage is right.
Mel Purcell there. Great play. Grabbed him right as he's coming through the line of scrimmage. No gain. Loss of a yard.
So that'll be 3rd down and 6. That means that quarterback Norton will be throwing the ball.
3rd and 5. And the momentum that he brought back in, Nate Ilawa took it right back with his run and touchdown. Let's see if Norton can steal it right back from Ilawa.
Moore is flanked to the far side, and to the near side is West and Joe Fernandez. From the shotgun, West goes in motion. Norton to throw. Does. That is complete to West. He has the first down at the 35-yard line. Boy, I would, if I was Fresno State, I'd just keep throwing the ball. 11-yard gain on a first down. Hawaii leading 35-14.
No huddle.
Now they're going straight to the play. They come out in 4 wide. This is the Hawaii formation. Norton with time throws. That is complete. And with it is Wright. Wright gets a block, and Patek is able to blast him out of bounds. They will give him forward progress all the way to the 46. That could be enough for a first down. We'll see where they put it. That'll be right on the mark. 10-yard gain.
And you can see what a backup quarterback that the crowd is behind can do when he comes into the ball game. The offensive line blocks a little bit longer. Dwayne Wright had a couple of turnovers in that first quarter. Gets a big gain on the reception right there, and you can kind of feel it. This Fresno State team, especially the offense, starting to believe here.
Offensive line playing very well, giving Norton time to set up and throw, waiting for the pattern to ripen. And they will measure. First down.
Looks like the Bulldogs have moved into their 2-minute offense. That's why they went with no huddle, but now that the clock stopped, they'll do it from the huddle.
Joe Fernandez flanked to the far side. Joe has yet to catch a pass in this game. But Norton has had the hot hand ever since he has come in relief of Brandstater. First down at their own 45-yard line. West in motion. to throw. Does. Throws it way out of bounds. Nothing was open. I believe he wasted that effort. That'll bring up 2nd down and 10. Everything was forced into the short side of the field.
Good coverage there by the Warriors. And Norton, as he's taught, especially when it's 1st down and 2-minute offense, you just throw it out of bounds because you've got 3 more downs left.
Ball just short of the 46 for Fresno State in their own territory. Boy, with only a 3-man front, they have a big gap toward the left. Norton to throw with time. Does. That is intercepted. Intercepted by Leonard Peters. Leonard Peters is all by himself. They'll never catch him. Touchdown. Third interception of the year. 2nd touchdown returned by Leonard Peters. 53 yards. And Hawaii again stealing the momentum.
Boy, that's we've been singing the praises of Sean Norton, but that time he threw it into a crowd. Leonard Peters, reading his eyes, just steps up, makes the interception, and the rest is all number 42. Takes it to the house, and boy, this place, there's about 32,000 people in the house right now, and they are dead quiet, except for the few hundred Hawaii fans right behind the UH bench.
Hawaii leading 41-14, and we still have a half and a minute 37 to play. Kelly, who has been busy. Ball is placed. Kelly drills it. And it is now 42-14. We will take a look at this exquisite interception and return by Leonard Peters.
Just a great job of stepping in front of the receiver, picking off that ball. You got to figure for Norton, he just hasn't been getting in as many reps as Brand Stater, and it showed up right there.
Boy, on that first drive that he came in, Norton, he looked like he came in like gangbusters and just lightning quick led Fresno State to a touchdown. That time, he was moving the football. He just made that one mistake, and Norton, a parade All-American in high school down in Southern California, comes up and makes the big turnover, and boy, this crowd has just gone dead silent after feeling it with the entrance of Norton into the ballgame.
On the positive side for Hawaii, every time Fresno State has been able to score, Hawaii has answered back and answered back quickly. And now they add to it with that, I mean, it was just sensational. Interception on the return by Peters. And once Peters puts it into high gear, I mean, that's an afterburner. He's gone. Kicking off will be Kelly. Kicks it off into the corner. Backing up for it, taking it halfway. In the end zone is Chaston West. And Fresno State will start at the 20-yard line.
And they got to come out and do something positive right here, because Hawaii's got 42 points in the first half. They make another mistake, Hawaii could be pushing 50 before we hit recess. Fresno State needs something positive to happen here, even if it's not a score. They need something on the plus side to head into the locker room with a little bit of hope to come out here in the second half. Norton goes back in the ball game after that quick pick six.
Hawaii has scored 3 touchdowns, 21 points off of turnovers, 2 fumbles, and an interception. From the shotgun, Norton hands the ball, and a short game carrying the ball is Wright. Ilama Francis angling in to get him. 2-yard gain. Coming up on 1 minute left to play in the first half. Hawaii leading 42-14. Norton to throw again. Throws, that is complete to West at the 35. West is dragged out of bounds at the 40.
And another Fresno State.
Well, Norton, he's not gun shy after throwing that turnover. He throws a long out pattern. It's a very dangerous throw. And again, he's looking over there the whole time. But this time he puts enough mustard on it, and the receiver is out there, West, wide open. He gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
Norton has kept Hawaii guessing except for one pass ever since he's been in there. First down, the ball at the 43 for Fresno State. Norton looking, throws. That is incomplete. It was intended for Ciccone.
And
Kevin Ciccone.
Pate came up to make the hit, and you like to see him play the offensive player, but if he had his head up, couldn't tell from this angle, but it looked like the ball went right by him. He could have had another pick.
Carl Noah comes into defensive backfield. Hawaii right now with 5 defensive backs. They're using the nickel. 2nd down and 10 from the 43. Norton with time. Now chased. Gonna throw on the run. He will keep it. And out of bounds he goes. Short of the first down. That stops the clock with 45 seconds left to play in the first half.
Nice coverage by the Warriors there. He had really no choice but to tuck the ball, although he did a good job of acting like he was going to throw it.
So Noah goes out. It is 3rd down, long yardage. 3rd and about 7. Ball at the 47-yard line. They have to go to the 47 of Hawaii. Ball is again cut by Norton. Now throws. That is complete to Moore. Moore caught that ball. I mean, they were crowded around him. He caught that ball in a railroad depot, 14 yards. And a first down. Here comes Fresno State behind this quarterback, Sean Norton.
Yeah, he's not showing any ill effects off that quick picks for Leonard Peters. He's still coming out firing. I talked about it earlier. Fresno State needs something positive to happen. They're looking in good shape just inside the 40-yard line.
Norton throws again. That's complete. And stepping out of bounds is Chaston West.
On every play, every pattern that they're running is headed towards the sideline. The Hawaii defense knows it, but so far they can't do anything to stop it.
Very good job of running their 2-minute offense, just like you're saying, Russ. Get out of bounds, stop the clock. It's 5 yards, 8 yards, 12 yards. That's how you do it.
Yeah, they got the ball with just over a minute left. There's 37 left here.
Moore, West, and Fernandez, the receivers. Norton positioning, only a 3-man rush for Hawaii. Norton with all kinds of time. Now chased out, trying to get away from Alama Francis. Alama Francis being held, and there is no flag thrown.
Yeah, that's amazing. I mean, that happened right in front of the referee. Alama Francis was practically tackled, no flag on the play. Some home cooking in Fresno.
9-yard gain for Norton.
There you see it.
They pulled on him, pulled on his jersey.
But when the numbers slide around on your body like that, that's a clear-cut sign. But hey, that's the way it goes. And Fresno State's in business.
Fresno State trying to score before the end of the first half. 30 seconds left. They have marched right up this field using the arm of Sean Norton. Norton under center. Rolling. Now throws. That is complete to West. Patek able to get him out of bounds.
Nice little pick play there. Guy came in motion. Warriors followed him. You'll see it here on the replay. Comes in motion. Brings his... See how he blocks the Hawaii defender from getting over to the number 6 West.
And Fresno State doing an outstanding job managing the clock, even with a long rollout play by the quarterback. That's 2 plays in 12 seconds, and they are knocking on the doorstep.
Fresno State 2nd and 2. They have it inside the 15. Norton looking end zone. Throws. That is incomplete. It was intended for Pasco. The Bear was loose in the secondary.
He lost his shoe making that cut.
That'll bring up 3rd down and 2, and that stops the clock with 19 seconds left. So the Hawaii secondary doesn't have the deep field to defend here. And we'll see how they do it.
Seconds remaining in the half.
C.J. Hawthorne has come into the game. He comes out single coverage on Joe Fernandez. They've stayed away from Joe Fernandez today. 3rd down and 1 for the first down. We'll see whether Norton goes touchdown again. Norton hands the ball to Wright, and Wright is hit at the line of scrimmage. Down he goes, clock ticking. Now they stop the clock. And a timeout will be called by Fresno State. Stop the clock with 14 seconds left. That should be enough for the first down.
Timeout. Fresno State, second charge timeout of the half.
Newberry and Kalili Omoku on the stop there. Not before the first down was earned, though.
Yeah, the Fresno ball carrier looked like he got held just a bit short, but he turned, kept the legs driving. And boy, you have to say it again, Fresno State doing an outstanding job of managing the clock here. They've gone almost the length of the field in less than a minute. And they still have 14 seconds left to work with a first down. And they can still get another first down inside the 1. Oh boy, that's outstanding job of clock management by this Fresno State team. They needed something positive to happen, and so far they're getting it.
Derek Glanville, the defensive coordinator, out talking with that secondary, along with Rich Miano.
The Bulldogs have 1 timeout left, so it's at least 2 downs before the end of the half. You always like to save that timeout in case you want to kick a field goal, but at this score, they're probably going to try and keep on throwing it in the end zone.
And it sounds ridiculous to say it, that they get a touchdown right here that could cut the lead to 21. But as we saw against Nevada last week, Hawaii had some trouble holding that lead late against the Wolfpack. So for Fresno State, can cut it to 21 right before halftime. That'd be a great thing for them. And conversely for Hawaii, if they get a stop right here, that'll pretty much send this crowd home early, because they are just waiting for something to happen here.
Norton 8 for 12, 108 yards, 1 interception, 1 touchdown. They overload the tight end on this side. And here comes Norton, rolling, throwing. That is incomplete. Threw it short. It's intended for West.
Michael Lau, you talked about it. He's undersized, but what comes with that is some speed out of that linebacker spot. He's Michael Lau, just 5'9", 218, but he got to Norton just as he threw. The result was a short pass. Now 10 seconds left. And Fresno State maybe with a couple of shots at the end zone here.
Hawaii leading 42-14. So Moore is flanked to the far side and to the near side. Fernandez and West. West and Moore have been the favorite targets, and West on this drive has been the go-to guy. They tried Pasco once. Norton throws. It's tipped. That was tipped by one of the linemen, and that is Mel Purcell.
Only 3 seconds used on that play. Seemed like there was a little bit of a slow clock there. 7 seconds left. They might be able to get 2 plays off again.
You know, we are in Fresno.
7 seconds remaining.
Mel Purcell using all of his 6'5" frame to knock that pass down right here. Now, Fresno State again. Now the time's a factor. 7 seconds left.
Norton looking end zone here on this play. Rolling with time. Throws deep. Throws it high and out of bounds. Could not place it in there. It was intended for Marlon Moore. That will bring up 4th down. 2 seconds left. And Fresno State knows that a field goal is not going to do them any good. They are going to go for the end zone one more time. Why not?
Why not is right. Down 42-14 on your home field. You're on a 4-game losing streak. You've lost 8 of 9 dating back to last year. This crowd, this team, everybody involved for this Fresno State program needs something to happen right here. This will be the final play of the half.
Fresno State does not score here. They fall down a well.
Timeout, Hawaii. Second charge, timeout of the half.
And so Hawaii, a little gamesmanship. They call a timeout.
And they're working on the xylophone over here. The Fresno State band, that last play.
Yeah,
took out a couple of band instruments.
Yeah, that bass drum is history.
They're working on it, though. They're doing a good job of getting that thing back in game shape with halftime coming up.
So Fresno State has come in to this game 1-4. They have not played well all season, and they just got blitzed here in the first half.
Let's take a look at this. Norton, this is a couple of plays ago. It goes too high, but watch the momentum of the players go right into the xylophone. Boom. That's got to upset the band director. That's what they had. That's what
percussion.
They get. Yeah, that's what they get for being there.
Very musical.
They're working on it, trying to get it back into game shape.
But it will come down to Norton, Sean Norton. they may kick it. They may kick it. One of the band guys, one of the musicians, I should say, is down. And he's getting up.
Now they're going, it's a contact sport.
Stitzer will try the field goal, so they'll get something out of it, unless it's a fake.
Yeah, the backup quarterback is the holder right here for Fresno State, so that always...
Timeout. Hawaii, third and final charge, timeout of the half.
So Hawaii calls a timeout again.
Jordan Christensen is the holder. He's a backup quarterback for Fresno State, so this Hawaii defense needs to be heads up.
When you're up by 28 points and they line up for a field goal, I'd have 2 rushers and have 9 guys waiting back for the fake, because 3 points doesn't help much.
Yeah, you'd almost, at this point, you'd almost concede the 3 to keep the 6 or the 7 off the board.
You see the musician, female musician, and they're talking to her over there because the players went in to her percussion session. She uttered an expletive right before contact, but we cannot relay that to you. It is understandable that she would say that, though.
Yeah, she had 3 football players coming at her at full speed, and the xylophone took the bigger hit, I think.
So this field goal, if it is a field goal, we'll see where they put it down. I believe it's from the 18-yard line, 28-yard field goal. Stitzer in field goals is 3 for 7, his longest, 43 yards. It came against Colorado State. Ball is placed, kick is up, and it is good.
Barely.
Just got in there, line drive kick. Hawaii leads 42-17 at halftime from Fresno, California.
This is the American Savings Bank check card. And this is the American Savings Bank credit card. Enroll now in Travel Awards Plus and earn reward points on purchases you make with either card. Those are points that can be combined into the same pool. This means you earn more points and you earn them faster. We call it Travel Awards Plus from American Savings Bank. You can call it fantastic.
Probably try to squib it, and he does. Ball comes loose, and the Bears have to get out of bounds. Rogers along the sideline, another one. They're still in deep trouble at midfield as they get it to Rogers. They give it back now to the 30. They're down to the 20. Oh, the band is out on the field. He's going to go into the end zone. Will it count? And the Bears have won. The most amazing, sensational, dramatic, heart-rending, exciting, thrilling finish in the history of college football.
Are you one of those? One of those who didn't have it handed to them? One who balances risk with reward and stands behind the choices you make? You know you've arrived, but you also know you're not done. Not yet. Because like us, you view success not as a destination, but as a constant journey. The entirely new Lexus ES350. Only at Servco Lexus.
Previously on Sunday Night Football.
What's been dubbed the Manning Bowl.
I believe that there's a real deal.
This Sunday night, Raiders, Broncos. Primetime players, a mile high. A bitter rivalry renewed. Sunday Night Football.
Back in Fresno, California, Hawaii leading 42-17 over the Bulldogs of Fresno State. Hawaii's been able to convert on 3 turnovers, all for touchdowns. And the first was Wright in carrying. And you see that Ilmemian hits him, and then the White Shirts converge on it. And Hawaii converts here on that short pass to Ilawa. And then Wright carrying the ball again. This time, Mel Purcell hits him, and he coughs it up. And Brennan goes right back to work as he throws it over for the touchdown. And then the interception by Leonard Peters. Peters' 42-yard interception return. And so those 3 turnovers by Fresno State has given Hawaii a very hefty advantage leading into the second half. And when you look at the statistics, you can see the passing yards. Brennan now 225 yards. But when you look at 187, that's a combined two quarterbacks, combined a sum of 2 quarterbacks passing, and in total offense, they're not that far apart. But the turnovers are the difference in this game. As you can see, Hawaii 21 points off turnovers, and Hawaii going in with a big advantage in the second half. We'll be back with more from Bulldog Stadium as Hawaii kind of put the muzzle on the Dogs.
I love October. Big plays, long drives, yeah. It's Chevy Truck Month, and that means bonus cash. Check out the 07 Chevy Silverado Classic, backed by the GM 100,000-mile, 5-year powertrain limited warranty.
During Truck Month, use $4,000 total cash back to buy this 07 Silverado Classic half-ton crew for $22.60 after all applicable offers.
Get in the game during Chevy Truck Month.
See your Hawaii Chevy dealer today.
It's time to enjoy life. It's time for Enjoy Snacks. Enjoy the taste. Enjoy the quality. It's a part of life that makes you smile. All the goodness of life in every bite. All the flavor and taste you want in life. It's time to enjoy life. It's time for Enjoy Snacks.
Day 1, pick up new Tacoma, hit the country. Lots of room, lots of power. Day 14, went fishing, decided to take a shortcut. Fried papillo for dinner. Day 43, yard work. I hate yard work. Day 67, nephews, beach, shave ice. Good day.
The bigger, stronger, better than ever Toyota Tacoma, fully equipped for your life. At your Toyota dealers of Hawaii.
It's Pigskin Picks time. Can you beat KHNL News 8 sports guys Russ and Reed? Play the Honolulu Advertisers Pigskin Picks every week to win trips to Vegas and a whole lot more. The heat is on. Swim over 1 mile, bike 56 miles, run over 13 miles. The Ironman triathletes push it to the limit, and the Big Island says bring it on.
It's an event like no other. Find out how the community of Kona gears up for the Ironman.
Sunday on KHNL News 8 after the NFL game.
This exclusive sports presentation of the home team is sponsored in part by Kaiser Permanente, Thrive, and by American Savings Bank, helping Hawaii's businesses and communities grow.
Hawaii leading 42-17 at halftime. That necessitates this evening's halftime adjustment, sponsored by Cairo Plan Hawaii.
The first adjustment is to keep the pressure on. Hawaii passes first and runs second. Only in one series did they switch that up earlier today, and they had to punt. The Warriors need to keep on doing what they're good at, and that's throw the ball.
And Hawaii has to also start from scratch and play this second half like it's a 0-0 ball game, because Fresno State has found some momentum, especially with the entrance of Sean Norton into the ball game, the backup quarterback, the Parade All-American sophomore quarterback, Sean Norton. And they've been able to move the football. Norton did throw a pick 6 to Leonard Peters late there in the first half. But aside from that, Fresno State has been able to move the football with him in the ball game. So Hawaii, that defense especially, needs to start from scratch and keep on doing what they've been doing so far in the first half and limit Fresno State.
Colt Brennan, 18 of 23, 225 yards and 2 touchdowns. And for Sean Norton, since he came in relief of Tom Bradstater, he is 8 of 15 for 108 yards, 1 touchdown and 1 interception. Those two will be the central characters of this second half. They will be the catalysts for everything else that happens in the second half. And their performance will determine the outcome of this game. I say that even though Hawaii has a big advantage. Time now for What's on Tap, sponsored by Heineken. So I turn to Jim Donovan and Ross Yamanoha to find out what to look for in half number 2.
What's on tap? Control the line of scrimmage. The Warriors have done a good job in the first half of controlling the line of scrimmage. And if they can do that in the second half, they can put this ball game away.
And what we'll see out of the Hawaii defense, the secondary will become primary because Sean Norton, if he stays in this ball game, you know he'll air it out, especially with the score the way it is, 42-17 in favor of Hawaii. And on that last drive, especially the first half, Fresno State threw a lot of out balls, did a great job of controlling the clock. And, you know, that's pretty much going to be the game plan here in the second half for Pat Hill's ball squad because they are down big. But they showed flashes in the first half, and you kind of get the feeling that they will revisit that here in the second half.
So Hawaii will kick off here in the second half, to start the second half. And kicking off is Dan Kelly. And again, he angles it for the corner, and that will be returned by West. West over the 20, and West is rolled up at about the 24-yard line, and it will be first down for Fresno State at that point. Hawaii leading 42-17 at the start of the second half.
Great job by the Hawaii kickoff team using the sideline as that 12th player. That's why they kick it over in the corner like that, so all of the kickoff coverage team can come down and sort of peel towards the sideline and pin them in.
Pasco, the tight end, 75-yard touchdown pass in the opening moments of this game. I wonder if he'll duplicate that feat, or at least try to, in the opening moments of the second half. Norton doing what he did at the end of the first half. Throws. That is complete. And breaking the tackle is Moore. Down the sideline. They're not going to catch him. Big play, Fresno State.
Looks like the Warriors were in some kind of man coverage with the free safety being able to roam the field. Leonard Peters came over to try and make the tackle, missed it, and he went all the way for the touchdown.
76-yard touchdown, and Fresno State has come out. You talk about adjustments. You talk about seeing something. And Norton has really solidified his performance as the number 1 quarterback for Fresno State. That's his second touchdown throw of this game. And for Moore, that's his first touchdown reception. They're going to go for 2. They do not make it.
Well, we talked about it. The secondary for Hawaii needs to come out. You know they're going to be under barrage all game long. And on the first play from scrimmage, here comes Fresno State. They go right down the field and lightning quick. Leonard Peters getting over there late. Boy, he does a great job of staying in bounds. And he takes it to the house. A big play. It could not have started any better for Fresno State. Could not have started any worse for Hawaii as Marlon Moore, a freshman, takes it the distance.
31 seconds into the second half. Fresno State scored. They try for the 2-point conversion, and they don't make it. So it is 42-23.
The same thing happened in the first half. You mentioned Pasco. Bear Pasco getting a long 75-yard touchdown reception on Fresno State's opening drive. But the rest of the first half was pretty much all Hawaii. Let's see if the Hawaii offense can come out and take back momentum again, just like they did when this ball game started.
I'll tell you one thing about Norton. He rolls. His receivers have been open. I mean, there have been gigantic distances between the receiver and the defender.
Well, Norton, you got to love his play. He comes back out there, one play, him and Moore. They get this crowd right back in at 42-23.
Stitzer will kick off. Kicks it off deep over the head of Dickerson and out of bounds. So Brennan will go to work at the 20-yard line. Hawaii has answered back every time Fresno State has scored. And so the tasks lay before them again.
Very important for them to do it this time because they're in the second half. They do not want to let the Bulldogs get any momentum that they can maintain. So the Warriors have to move the ball.
Chad Mock has come into the game as a wide receiver. Ilawa is back with Brennan, first down at the 20-yard line. Fresno State shows blitz. They do not. Brennan steps up, looks long, throws long over the middle, and it is caught by Mock all the way down to the 35-yard line.
Nice job of looking back into the sun and making the catch.
Covering on the play was McCauley. 46 yards. Hawaii in business again. Chad Mock.
He goes right at arguably the best covered corner that Fresno State has. Mock just beats him to the inside. Cole Brennan puts it right on the money, and boy, just each side just answering so far in this ballgame. It's almost going to be who blinks first. Hawaii right back knocking on the door again.
10th catch of the year for Mock. First down for Hawaii at the 34-yard line of Fresno State. Good protection for Brennan on that last play. Brennan again lays it off for Ilawa. Ilawa breaks one tackle, spins inside the 30 to about the 28-yard line.
He just does such a good job of making something happen when there's nothing there. I mean, that's 5 yards. They had him trapped on basically where the line of scrimmage was. He went through 2 defenders and picked up what looks to be a 6-yard gain.
Andrews and Goodwin trying to double team him. 6-yard gain. And moves inside the 29-yard line. So Mock continues wide to the right. Sample is wide to the left. Brennan. Back to pass. Steps up, throws. That is complete to best. Dancing inside the 20-yard line. And that's enough for a first down.
I think that's Devon's first reception for the day.
That's his first catch. No, second catch. Because he danced around in the first half and ended up losing yardage. 8-yard gain that time. So the ball right at the 20-yard line. Hawaii came into this game 80% success rate in the red zone. And they are at the 20. Mock to the far side and triple wide receiver to the far side. Rivers is flanked to the near side. Brennan looking right, steps up, throws for the end zone. Touchdown! Touchdown, Bess. Hawaii answers back again.
With the touchdown.
20-yard touchdown pass. Third touchdown pass of this game for Brennan. And Brennan now 21 touchdown passes on the year. Some bravado after the touchdown, some pushing and shoving, but that is broken up quickly.
You can't emphasize enough how tough it is to look back into that setting sun as it sets behind us. Just a great job of concentrating by Devon, holding on to it for the touchdown.
80 yards in only 4 plays, 2 minutes and 3 seconds of elapsed time. Hawaii now leads 48-23.
And so far, you got to love the way, especially on the road in a hostile environment, Hawaii just answered the call every time it's been put in front of them.
Dan Kelly trying the point after. He's been perfect all season long. And he drills this one. 49-23, Hawaii. And we're just getting started. I mean, it's an offensive epidemic.
This is a landmark day for the automotive industry. The Aqua car is the first car to run on tap water, 0 emissions, 1,000 miles per gallon.
I'm proud to announce for the first time in fast food history, a 100% sirloin steak and cheddar ciabatta sandwich. Tender marinated sirloin topped with real cheddar cheese on my famous ciabatta bread.
Really? Sirloin? Man.
Proudly supporting UH Athletics. Get the good life. Great price savings this weekend.
Would hot be hot without cold? If not for white, would black be just another gray? Without contrast, there is no distinction. Like the difference between the Lexus IS and every other sports sedan. 306 horsepower. Lexus luxury from wheelbase to roofline. Man and machine connected. Raw power refined. The all-new Lexus IS at Servco Lexus.
KHNL News 8 is with you online, on your cell, and now on your radio. Every weeknight, listen to KHNL News 8 at 6 on 97.5 KHNR FM. Drive home with KHNL News 8, your live local late-breaking news station.
This exclusive sports presentation of the home team is sponsored by Hawaiian Telcom. From local to long distance, wireless to internet, Hawaiian Telcom has solutions for all of your communication needs. Hawaiian Telcom, keeping Hawaii connected.
So Hawaii answers back again, and it's 49-23. Dan Kelly will kick off. Kelly will probably have to be medicated for cramps tonight on that long flight back. He's had a busy afternoon with that right leg. Short kickoff that will land. No, goes out of bounds. Maybe that leg has gotten very fatigued. So we'll see what the ruling is here. They'll put it on the 35-yard line.
Kickoff, out of bounds, kicking team. Receiving team elects to put the ball in play at the 35-yard line. First down.
So what Hawaii's defense has to do now, they've got to shut down Norton. And Norton is buying extra time in rolling. He is not staying in the pocket. So Hawaii, the defenders, have been really stretched out. And you see he is 9 for 16, 183 yards, and 2 touchdowns. In the third quarter, shadows beginning to lengthen. In motion is Moore. Ball is given up the middle, and with it is Dwayne Wright. Wright is stretched out, breaks off a couple of tackles. And a good gain on the play from the 35 to about the 40, gain of 5. It will be second down, long 5.5.
The Warriors doing a good job today against the run, just as they have for the last few weeks. Just shutting down the line of scrimmage and controlling it and allowing those linebackers to come up and fill and make the tackle.
So Norton, who had not played before today, the sophomore. In motion is West. Ball again is given at the line of scrimmage. Ooh, what a wipeout that was. It's like literally running into the side of a building. Dwayne Wright. And there you see Elamimia, number 41. 44 is Leonard. 91, of course, is Alama Francis. That'll bring up third down.
3rd and 5.
Morris flanked to the far side. Jefferson to the near side. Here's West. Throw. That is incomplete. Went through the hands of Fernandez, and he should have had that. That was very catchable. On the play, covering for Hawaii, number 34, A.J. Martinez.
Yeah, that was a good check drive for the Fresno State offense. They come out, get that big touchdown play to start the second half. Hawaii comes right back and answers lightning fast. They needed that drive. Did not get it.
Newberry will go back. Myron Newberry. Newberry standing inside his 15-yard line. Zimmerman will punt for Fresno State. Good hang time. Newberry not calling for the fair catch, and he's hit immediately at the 24-yard line. Courageous catch that time by Newberry.
One of the amazing statistics for this Bulldog special teams is that they've only allowed 67 yards in the last 2 years on their punt team, which is just unheard of, a total of 67 yards. Great coverage there.
35-yard punt, no return. We'll be back.
11, not 10 reasons why Hawaii Self-Storage is your best storage value. Hi, I'm Elena Rubin. Reason 1, 24-hour access to get to your valuables anytime. Covered drive-up unloading to stay cool and dry. 24-hour air-conditioned lockers to preserve your valuables. Professional, friendly service. We'll save you money by getting the right locker size for your needs. So many reasons to store at Hawaii Self-Storage. The 11th reason, get 1 month's free storage. So look for Mr. Safety at Hawaii Self-Storage.
Little John delivers. Oh, yeah.
Every time the beat drop. 212, I sweep the awards next year.
I'm with that.
I holla, man. Every time the beat drop.
Call Big Island Candies or click on BigIslandCandies.com to order your favorite treats. New items are now available. Big Island Candies, home of the famous diagonally dipped shortbread cookies.
Hawaii leading 49-23, 49 the most points scored in a game this season for Hawaii. And Hawaii has an opportunity now, too, for all intents and purposes, to really wrap it up, put the bow on it. They have shown that they can score pretty much any time they want to. They have proven that by answering back for everything that Fresno State has done. First down at the 25. Brennan, triple wide receiver to the right. Brennan throws, and that is complete to Dickerson, trying to get outside, turn the corner. Dickerson for 5, Dickerson for about 8 yards.
Ross Dickerson.
Little quick pattern, that sideline pattern. And Dickerson, who appeared to be caught for no gain, able to make something out of it. 9 yards. Clock ticking, 9:51 left to play in the third period. If you just joined us, you have missed an offensive barrage, 49-23. Hawaii leading. Sample now comes in, and he is flanked to the far side. Rivers to the near side, and then the slot to the near side. Bess and Dickerson. This is Ilawa trying for the first down. Has the first down, and he spun down at the 40-yard line.
Well, you got to like the way this Hawaii offense has come out and played. Nate Ilawa has been doing it pretty much all season long, but in the play before also, Ross Dickerson, it's like somebody forgot to tell him he's 5'10", 198. He was running power moves over there on the far sideline, and that time Nate Ilawa also got some power yards as well. This Hawaii offensive unit has been doing a great job of getting yards after the catch so far in this ball game.
4 wides this time for Hawaii. First down from their own 40-yard line. Running. Throws. That is complete. And going out of bounds is Bess. Bess all of a sudden has come on here in the second half. Caught only 2 passes in the first half, but he's contributed a touchdown pass, and he adds 8 yards to his total with that. Second down and about 1. And Hawaii moving the ball again, and moving it with purpose, inexorably up the field.
And this is a great down and distance for this offense. 2nd and 1. Gives you a chance to open up the playbook, get crazy.
Brennan. Chased out of the pocket, now throws. And was he out of bounds? Yes, he was. That was Bess.
Well, it looks like the Bulldog coverage is being set up to give Hawaii those short underneath passes, and Hawaii has been content to take them and just move the ball down the field. You got to like their chances right here. 3rd down and 1, especially with Nate Ilawa, Mr. Nasty, in the backfield.
And Hawaii will take that all ball game long, especially with those underneath routes, keeping the clock rolling. We're already down to 8:52 left in the third quarter.
Hawaii 4 for 9 on 3rd down conversion. Clappers become active again. Hawaii could be going on a silent count here. Brennan throws for the first down. It's batted away. That'll be 4th down and 1. And we have a penalty flag. Could be interference.
All right, if it is, this crowd is going to go absolutely berserk. They're already letting the officials hear it. A couple of late flags on that play.
Well, from here, it looked like he went a little bit over his back. He just got there a little bit before the ball.
Pass interference. Number 22 defense. The ball be placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
Damon Jenkins called for the interference. 5'11" junior out of Concord, California. Went to De La Salle High School.
Yeah, Jenkins just did get there before the ball. And the crowd not liking that at all, but 2 flags came in. So 2 separate officials made that call. That's a first down for Hawaii.
Interference moves the ball to the 42-yard line of Fresno State. Brennan ready to go to work again. Backs up, steps up. Brennan will run to the 40, dives forward to about the 37. Penalty flag thrown usually in the area of holding.
I think it was looked like a Fresno State lineman might have jumped. Maybe the left defensive end. We'll see.
Ooh, offside, Fresno State. You could be right, Russell. In fact, you are.
Offside. Number 99 defense. 5-yard penalty. Repeat the first down.
But was he drawn? Jason Roberts, a sophomore from right here in Fresno, getting the jump right there. Well, when you're down 49-23 on your home turf trying to snap a 4-game skid, you cannot have penalties like that. Back-to-back plays, penalties for Fresno State. June wants a timeout.
First down for Hawaii, and now Hawaii calls the timeout. Gene Jones walks on the field.
First
and he
charge
wants to talk
timeout
to Brennan,
of the half.
and then he wants to talk maybe to Ilawa. He was saying something to Ilawa, and then Brennan came over, and you see Samson Satele, the center. There's Bess. So one thing about June Jones, he's always coaching, always tweaking, always trying to make it better, always asking questions, always saying, did you see that? Did you see that? Would it have been better if you did this, did that?
And he always seems to know, based on the formation that the defense comes out in, what play is going to work. He's been running this offense in his head. He ran it in college, I didn't run this offense in the pros, but he was a pro quarterback for a little while. And he's a disciple of this run and shoot. He's kind of one of those coaches that feels like every pass play can be a touchdown.
You're absolutely right, Jim, what you mentioned about him coaching at all times. I was out there at a Friday practice a couple weeks ago, and when I played, we never had any coaching going on Friday afternoon. It was just checking on who was in the play. It was all 11 guys out there, but June just continued to coach all the way up until the end of practice. Very, very good.
This is something that has bothered him, of course, 70-14, the last appearance of Hawaii on this field. Hawaii has scored 49 points in this game. When we resume, it will be first down. And they will have the ball at the 37-yard line of Fresno State. Using the center. Brennan back to work. Lays it off. Ilawa spins away. What a move. Inside the 30. Spins to the 25. Ilawa took on 2 defenders and was able to spin away from them, hit them, and then spin off.
I think right now they're both wondering what happened. That was a really nice play on his part.
This is JD. This is what you're talking about earlier, how these Hawaii offensive players, it looks like they're dead to rights. 2 defenders right in front of them. Nate Ilawa pretty much, he figured the end of the play is right there. He just lowers the boom, spins to the outside, and picks up extra yardage.
He hit Dwayne Andrews, the leading tackler on the team, the middle linebacker. And was able to spin to the outside. First down, Hawaii at the 25. Brennan looking, checks off. Looking again over the middle. He will run inside the 25 to the 23-yard line.
No pass rush there. That was just great coverage by the Bulldogs secondary. And after about 5 or 6 seconds, Colt had to decide to run for it.
John Munga, they're making the tackle for Fresno State. Glad you've been with us this morning going into the afternoon in the great Hawaiian Islands. Hope this telecast finds you well. Hawaii doing well. 49-23. This is Bess. Look out. Bess inside the 15 and out of bounds. Close to the 10-yard line.
Well, this Fresno State defense just has no answers right now. I mean, everything Hawaii is throwing up there pretty much has worked, and it's disheartening when they get a stop. Hawaii gets the first out of the pass interference and keeps the drive alive, and right now Hawaii just looking like gangbusters on offense, moving it.
Vincent Mays finally ushered him out of bounds, 14-yard gain.
Ross Dickerson, you hear his name a lot, he scores a lot, but he just threw a really nice block to spring the receiver.
Sample, Bess, and Dickerson to the right. Rivers will set up to the left, and Ilawa back with Brennan. First down, and they have it just outside the 11-yard line. Brennan looking end zone, throws end zone. That could be interference. Oh, it is interference on Bess. And that'll be called on Dwayne Andrews.
Penalty marker hit Devon right in the forehead.
Head, yeah.
So the pattern was ripening that time, and Andrews reached out and tripped up Bess.
Yeah, so Bess had it coming from both sides. The pass coming from one way, and then the back judge throws a flag right at his head.
Defense. The ball will be placed at the 2-yard line. Automatic first down.
7 minutes, 30 seconds left to play in the third. Hawaii leading 49-23.
And more importantly, they're taking the crowd right out of this game. I mean, the crowd showed up here today waiting for something to happen. Trying to see if Fresno State could end this losing skid that they're on, but boy, it's been all Hawaii, and Hawaii looking to add to that total right here. They go over 50 points with the score right here.
Brennan stays in the shotgun. Brennan looking end zone, throws Best, touchdown. Hawaii now leads 55-23 over Fresno State. 2-yard touchdown pass. And for Bess, his second touchdown reception. And Brennan is doing it again.
You get the feeling that that pass interference call just delayed the inevitable as the same player.
So Hawaii now leading 55-23, and here's Dan Kelly again. It's down, it is kicked, and it is blocked, and will not be good. That's the first extra point that has been blocked this season. Take another look here at this touchdown to Bess, in the back of the end zone.
Homemade lasagna, a meal that can't be rushed. Well, now everything you love about the taste of lasagna is on a pizza.
Ooh, mamma mia!
Look at that. Introducing the new Sicilian lasagna pizza from Pizza Hut. Hearty beef topping and a blend of mozzarella, creamy ricotta, and Parmesan cheese, all on a seasoned crust. This pizza's a meal.
Why you don't make pizza like this?
Go for the good stuff.
Need more pizza? Add on any medium pizza for just $7.50 more.
Was that your auto insurance bill?
Yep, all paid for.
You know, if you switch to AIG, you don't have to pay everything up front.
You can break it down into smaller payments. Really?
Have a good day.
Easy payment plans with every policy. Discover the AIG Advantage. Get your free auto insurance quote today.
Where's that bill?
Probably try to squib it, and he does. Ball comes loose, and the Bears have to get out of bounds. Rogers along the sideline, another one. They're still in deep trouble at midfield as they get it to Rogers. They give it back now to the 30. They're down to the 20. Oh, the band is out on the field. He's going to go into the end zone. Will it count? And the Bears have won. The most amazing, sensational, dramatic, heart-rending, exciting, thrilling finish in the history of college football.
The University of Hawaii Athletic Scholar Spotlight for this week is on Nancy Shawn of the Wahine Golf Team. Scholar Spotlight is presented by AIG Hawaii. Discover the AIG Advantage. Cole Brennan now, 27 of 33. Phenomenal. 349 yards and 4 touchdowns. And Best, Devon Best, you're looking at him right there. 7 receptions, 58 yards, and 2 touchdowns. There's the kickoff, and it will go out of bounds again. So Fresno State will have it at the 35-yard line, and you talk to the coaches about that. This is not good.
There's another thing that's not good.
Out of bounds. Receiving team elects to put the ball in play at the 35-yard line. First down.
It's homecoming. Fresno State with a big game, trying to stay in the WAC race. And with 7:21 left in this ball game, They are headed for the exits. A bunch of fans going up the ramp here, leaving Bulldog Stadium. And, well, I tell you, Hawaii's just come out and taking the crowd right out of it. There you see the fans leaving already with 7:21 left in the third.
Sean Norton, the quarterback. Always laid off on the swing pattern. And with it is Chaston West. And he gets the first down. That play has worked very well for Fresno State. 11 yards on the first down for the Bulldogs.
Adam Leonard and Leonard Peters over there to make the tackle after that 11-yard gain.
Fresno State has gained yardage when the quarterback rolls. That really opens up space for the receivers. So in the shotgun now is Norton. 55-23. Hawaii leading. Norton gives the ball up the middle, and carrying it is Wright. Very short game. Hawaii pinching him as he steps into the secondary. Elamimian is there. Also, Mel Purcell.
Miller with the carry. Michael Lau.
And Lanye Miller carried on that last play. Just into the game. He came in for Wright. He's a freshman, 205-pounder from Fontana, California. He remains in at single setback. Second down, rolling. This is where Norton is very effective. He's at midfield, and he is contacted out of bounds, and they're going to say a late hit. That's a terrible call.
That is a bad call.
Because the hit was not made out of bounds. The hit was made inbounds, and it was just kind of pushing him to not hurt him.
Yeah, this is just momentum carrying the players out of bounds right here.
After the play was over, personal foul, additional shove by the defensive player, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
He may have.
Yeah, he may have, but still. These are football players.
I didn't even know there was an additional shove penalty.
I guess you're allowed one shove, and that was an additional shove. Moku called for the penalty that moves the ball to the 34-yard line. And Fresno State in business again. Norton motions to West. Lays it off for West. He's in trouble. Down he goes. Once too often to the well.
And that play, you won't see him on your screen, but the guy that saved that play was Jacob Patek, because he stayed with his receiver deep, and it looked like West wanted to go back and throw this football as Norton gets it to him on a lateral. West, you see, he wanted to throw it. He had pressure in his face, but he couldn't get rid of it right away because Patek was in the face of his receiver downfield.
Nice
Good
job.
team defense by Hawaii.
Nice job by Gerard Lewis and
Alama Francis.
That's right.
Second down, long yardage. 2nd and 19. The ball at the 42. Norton sets up. Gets away. Norton has space. He's at the 40, and down he goes. Good one-on-one tackle that time by Gerard. Gerard coming up from the secondary. That'll bring up third down for Fresno State. 5:21 left to play in the third period. Only a 3-yard gain. It is going to be interesting the rest of the season for that man there, Pat Hill. Will he go with Norton? The way Norton has played today, I believe he will.
Yeah, you kind of figure he has to. He was a spark that kind of got some points on the board for Fresno State.
Third down and 16. In motion is Moore. Norton with the fake. Now throws. That is complete. Breaking one tackle, and down he goes. Let's see, that could be Miller again. So it is short of the first down. That'll bring up fourth down for Fresno State, and it is Miller.
Lafayette chasing him from behind. Gerard Lewis coming up and hitting him from in front.
Lanye Miller.
Yeah, that's good play by Lafayette right there. He's a 300-pounder getting downfield to get in on the tackle. That's good. Again, good team defense by Hawaii.
Fourth down for Fresno State. The ball at the 29 of Hawaii. Under center will be Norton. Norton rolling, throws. That is complete. Does he have the first down? Down he goes. And I don't believe he does. He had to go to the 24, and he only got to the 25. That was Kinter. So Hawaii will take over on downs. 5-yard gain. They needed to go 6.
Yeah, Kinter got lit up right here. Again, we've just talked about a good team defense by Hawaii. Took a couple of shots at Kinter right here. A.J. Martinez wraps him up, and here comes Patek to lay the lumber and keep him short of the first down.
Nice job by A.J. just holding on and not letting him get to that first down mark.
So Hawaii will take over just over the 25-yard line. So they go back to work, leading 55-23. Many of the fans starting to walk toward the exits. We still have 3:42 left to play in the third. There you see Bess in the slot. Brennan throws. That is complete to Sample. Sample gets hit. Big hit. Sample hit by Josh Shirley, the free safety. But he's able to get it over the 30-yard line, and they will put it on the 32.
According to the Fresno media guide, Josh Shirley is pound for pound the hardest hitter on the team, and he sure showed it right there.
Well, you can see him just kind of like a shark, just zeroing in on Sample from the back of your screen there. That's a big hit by Shirley.
2nd down and 3 for Hawaii. They line up in a 2-man tandem on each side. Brennan looking, throwing. Sample has it for the first down at the 35. Sample battles. They triple team him. But that is enough for another first down for Hawaii, and the clock ticking here. Well, not right now, but
to move the chains.
And 47 seconds left. They'll move the chains, and the clock will resume again.
You notice a little difference right there between number 3, Sample, trying to get through 2 guys, and number 4, Nate Alawa, getting through 2 guys.
But he's still giving the college effort.
And picked up a nice first down.
Colt Brennan, 362 yards and 4 touchdowns.
Well, Pat Hill's not going to like that. 83% completion rate.
Brennan looking, scrambling. And down he goes, and we could have holding on Hawaii. That is the 11th sack on Colt Brennan this season. He came in with 10. That's the first time they've really been able to get to him. And the penalty will be called on Hawaii. That should nullify, I believe, the sack, unless they will just take the lost yardage and deny the penalty.
That looks like it was Tyler Kletzen on that play. He actually played quarterback in high school.
Number 70 offense. Penalties decline. 2nd out.
Tala Esera well for the holding. Number 70 for Hawaii from Hauula. Well, you see 70 there. Yeah, he.
Oh, there you go. The pull on the pullback. Yeah.
He tugged on him. So the ball, because of the penalty, is moved back to the 35-yard line, coming up on 2 minutes left to play in the third period. Brennan trying to keep the ball, killing the clock. Brennan steps up. He'll run. 35, 40. Brennan in the clear at the 45. At midfield, makes another move and is rolled over as he gets to the 47. That's enough for the first down. And boy, when you see that, you have a lump in your throat. Please, Colt, don't get frisky.
Especially with the score 55-23 and fans hitting the exits. An 18-yard ad-lib scramble by Colt Brennan. Well, he had players all around him as he started his jaunt, but right about here, you figure he's going to slide, huh? Not Colt Brennan. Changes the ball over to the other hand, cuts back, and goes right down on the Fresno State logo in the middle of the field.
See Marlon Briscoe chasing him along the way over those 18 traversed yards. First down from the 47. Ball is batted down. Good job that time. And it's batted down by Klutz, Tyler Klutz. That'll bring up 2nd down and 10 with 1:22 left to play in the third.
As I was saying, Klutz in high school threw for 2,400 yards, 19 TD passes, and 16 rushing TDs. And now he's playing defensive end for the Bulldogs.
Quite a transition.
You don't see many quarterbacks playing defensive line.
2nd down and 10 for Hawaii. They have the ball inside Fresno State territory. 2nd and 10 from the Fresno State 47. Running, throws. That is complete. Is that an extra shove? Is that an extra shove? Gentlemen, let us be consistent here. Ball went to Dickerson.
Yeah, June is right there saying, hey, what's the deal, buddy? Let's take a look at this again. Maybe it wasn't an extra shove, just the initial.
There's the extra shove.
Yeah. But we are in Fresno.
But these officials are from the West. They're not all from Fresno.
They hear the crowd.
Third down and 9 for Hawaii in the final minutes of the third quarter. Hawaii leading 55-23 over Fresno State. Third down, the ball is complete to Dickerson. Breaks tackles, gets a block, and he has the first down all the way down to the 35-yard line. Plays like that on third down and long yardage, where Hawaii converts on the first down. Plays like that will break your back, as they say. 11-yard gain.
Just killing, absolutely killing Fresno State. When Hawaii runs that quick in route, it almost looks like every time it's going to go nowhere because there's defenders all around them. But credit this Hawaii receiving corps for somehow finding a way to stay alive, work off some blocks, and get open yardage, get a first down.
First down at the 35 of Fresno State. Brennan looking, now throws. That is complete. Wide open is Dickerson to the 10, to the 5, dives for the end zone. Touchdown. 35-yard touchdown pass from Brennan.
Really nice job of Colt continuing to go through his progressions. The offensive line gave him time, went ahead and hit Dickerson. Nice dive by Dickerson for that touchdown.
Can you say busted coverage once again? That time, kind of get the feeling that somebody on the Fresno State side blew it because Dickerson caught that ball. He was alone.
Let's see if Dan Kelly can make this extra point. He is now 27 of 28. And this looks pretty good. It is. Hawaii now leading 62-23. 41 seconds left to play in the third quarter. You can see Brennan waiting, and that pattern ripened. And you can see also here the final effort by Dickerson as he vaults into the end zone.
That's great team football right there by Hawaii. The line giving Brennan time to get rid of the football, to go through his progressions. He checked to the right side, then checked back to the left, saw Dickerson breaking over the middle, stayed with it. Dickerson made the catch, got another block downfield about the 5-yard line, and took it in for a touchdown. And Hawaii absolutely rolling 62-23. Boy, they've turned the tide from that last game they played up here in Fresno, that 70-14 Hawaii lost. They have turned it around big time.
And Pat Hill was in just a terribly grouchy mood all week, trying to inspire his team. He would not talk to members of the media. And that's the third week in a row that Brennan has gone over 400 yards in passing. Last week he had 419 against Nevada. And now he puts up 409 yards against Fresno State. Phenomenal. Just phenomenal numbers.
It's just ridiculous. I mean, with those 5 touchdowns, it's pretty much one touchdown pass for every 6 completions. That's ridiculous.
Kelly, line drive. That's going for the... Nope, that will stay in. It is grabbed by West. And West trying to get through. Almost does. But it closes up the white shirts, then force him out of bounds.
Yeah, West had to.
33.
West had to return that one. As you said, JD, he was touched by one of the upmen.
So it will be first down for Fresno State. They look at the scoreboard. They can't believe it. They are down 62-23. Last time Hawaii was on this field, Hawaii lost 70-14. You talk about redemption. You talk about turnaround. You talk about it's our turn. That's exactly what has happened today. So Norton continues at quarterback with 22 seconds left to play in the third period. Moore in motion. Norton to throw. Does. That is complete. And with it is West. And West is hit. And he was able to get 10 yards for the first down.
Gerardo is coming up and making a nice tackle right there.
stadium PA guy's doing a great job of trying to keep this crowd in it, but he's giving it the college effort as well. The crowd is thinned, to say the least.
After the game is over, we're going to find him. And that is the end of the third quarter. Hawaii has amassed 62 points. They lead it 62-23 over Fresno State.
Bulldogs, anybody, anywhere, anytime attitude takes them to the
In the dance of life, it's better to dance than to sit it out. Better for your body, heart, mind, and soul. Which is why HMSA encourages you to get up, get out, and get active. Whether you're breaking new ground or really breaking a sweat, keeping active is the best way to live a healthier, happier life. So get up, get out, get active, and go. HMSA, working for a healthier Hawaii.
Celebrate the savor in you with My Choice Bundle from Hawaiian Telcom. Get home phone service, unlimited long distance, and high-speed internet for only $65.95 a month. To connect, call 643-0800.
Savers unite!
You believe this? Toyota takes their most popular four-door ride and tricks it into a road-gripping go-kart. Like wrapping America's sweetheart in skin-tight leather pants. It's all sport suspension, six-speeded, and aerodynamics, giving you looks, performance, a buzz from just driving between stop signs. Can a car famous for its reliability also be notorious for pure pleasure? Yeah, the totally new Camry SE at your Toyota Hawaii dealer.
Monday morning on KHNL News 8, what happens when your credit status becomes a nightmare? What's the best way to make things right?
We'll have some help for you and an answer. Plus, I'll have an update on the weather situation that begins from 5 to 7 a.m.
See you then.
NBC Monday, America's new night for great television, starting with an all-new Deal or No Deal. Then, it's the new phenomenon, Heroes. Ordinary people discovering extraordinary abilities.
I'm not anyone. You're someone very special.
Followed by a star-studded Studio 60.
It's a beautiful instrument. Stinger the lute.
But will two lovers get back together? All new Deal or No Deal, followed by Heroes and Studio 60. What a Monday on NBC.
Central Pacific Bank sponsors the Loyalty Award by donating $100 toward the Central Pacific Bank Endowed Scholarship Fund for every touchdown Hawaii scores. Hawaii has scored 9 touchdowns in this game, so Central Pacific Bank will have to reach deep.
You know, Jim, there's a lot of people wondering what was going on. They blame the quarterback situation here in the Valley. But I got to wonder, at the beginning of this season, Fresno switched over. Instead of drinking Gatorade and some of those other more popular sports drinks, they switched over and signed a contract to drink chocolate milk for their team. So after all their workouts and practices, they go in and they drink chocolate milk. And that started at the beginning of the season.
What do you think of that?
I don't know.
I'd like to meet the salesman.
Or one of the players that may be lactose intolerant. He was not happy about that.
He was not happy. We begin the fourth quarter. First down and 10 from the 43-yard line. Keeping the ball is Norton. And out of bounds he goes at the 50-yard line. Norton, when he rolls, presents great problems for Hawaii. 7-yard gain.
Into Hawaii territory.
Most of the crowd, more than half, have left. And the stadium was about a little over half full at the start of the game.
And I bet we're the only announced crew in college football today that managed to work the word lactose into the telecast. So.
Probably, yes.
Kudos to us.
Second down and about 3. Moore in motion. Norton rolling again. Throws long. Moore. That's intercepted. Leaping intercepted. No, the ball comes out. Oh, that ball was in the hands of Gerard Lewis. It was intended for Moore. And Moore is still down.
Yeah, that ball just sort of ran out of gas. It looked good coming out of the hand of Norton, but it ended up just kind of dying there at the end. Receiver goes down, and Lewis almost comes up with a Devon Best-like interception.
You notice number there, Marlon Moore, right at the end. One of his own players came flying over and I think kicked him in the head after Gerard dropped the ball. He looks, he's limping. I don't know what it is, but it sure looked like he got kicked in the head.
Take another look here at the attempt by Moore.
Yeah, he got hit in the head, but it looks like he's walking off with a leg injury. Yeah, he took a shot.
Yeah, he did.
Shot to the chops right there.
3rd down and 3. Fresno State is not going to punt. So this 3rd down, even though it's important, they'll still have 2 chances to make up the 3 yards for the 1st down. Ball is given and a good run to the 40-yard line by Miller. And Miller, still as a freshman, trying to prove his worth. And down he goes.
Another player
Leonard
down.
Peters finally made the stop, and another player down for Fresno State.
Adam Leonard also got in there and got a hand on him and sort of twisted him around and allowed Leonard Peters to come up and make the tackle.
Adam McDowell, the offensive guard on the right side from Norco, California, is down. And our concern for him here in this 4th quarter. Much time left, 14:41 left, but Hawaii with a very healthy lead, 62-23.
And you got to wonder where this game is going to leave the psyche of this Fresno State squad and Coach Pat Hill. I mean, last week they go to Utah State, a team that was winless at the time, and they lose there by a point, 13-12. They were hoping for better things at home against Hawaii, and they're getting lambasted by the Warriors. Next week they go to LSU and then to Boise State. But things are not looking good on the Fresno State sideline today.
Nope, and they've got to be really conservative dressed. They've held teams to under 24 points a game, and they've played Oregon and Nevada, some pretty good teams, and they were tagged for 62 so far. The game's not over.
Pierce Massey has come into the game in that offensive line, replacing McDowell. 1st down, ball at the 38-yard line of Hawaii. Given again, and with it is that freshman Miller. Miller piercing the secondary, and an excellent run of 8 yards all the way to the 30-yard line.
Jacob Patek coming up to make the tackle in the secondary.
So the ball is advanced to the 30. They come out with 3 wide receivers, double wides to the right. Norton again hands the ball to Miller, and Miller runs into the Hawaii line.
And they try to run behind the right side of the Fresno State offensive line. All 300-pounders, all seniors. Chris Denman, Robin Kazarian, and Kyle Young. You mentioned Young early in this ballgame, Jim, about to being an NFL prospect. They go 305, 300, and 330 across that side of the line. That's how Hawaii able to stuff it.
No gain on that last play. Amani Purcell and Lawrence Wilson double teamed, and Wilson has gone in replacing Lafayette at nose tackle. It is 3rd down and about 2. They go to Miller again. Norton, Miller, 1st down into the secondary, and finally Leonard Peters corrals him at the 20.
And another.
The right side of that offensive line from Fresno State. Breaking some holes there.
10-yard gain and a 1st down for Miller.
Pulling guard approach on that side doesn't hurt either, and a good run by Miller.
Good job that time by the pulling guard Ryan Wendell. 1st down, the ball at the 20-yard line of Hawaii. Fresno State with it. Again, they give it to Miller, and Miller all the way inside the 10-yard line. They have found something in that Hawaii alignment. So it is a 12-yard gain. Amani Purcell finally made the stop for Hawaii.
They are having success running the ball, but they've got to start thinking about the clock. Less than 12 and a half minutes left. Can they afford to run the ball every play for the rest of the game and catch the Warriors?
Reynolds Fruin is in there as one of the linemen for Hawaii. First down, goal to go for Fresno State. And again, give it to Miller. Miller is wrestled. And going all the way to the 5-yard line. Elamimian still there. Fruin was in on the tackle. But Fresno State on the porch. 4-yard gain. Second down. And goal to go. Hawaii changing that defensive front. Wilson comes back in.
Second and goal.
They've got 4 down linemen in there right now for the Warriors.
Also in that defensive front. Miller. Touchdown. All Miller. All the time. And Fresno State advances 6 more points. 62-29. Hawaii leading. First career touchdown. On that drive, 8 carries for 51 yards for Miller. So Miller paying dividends. One thing you can see today is that Fresno State is in a state of transition. And now you are seeing young players stepping up, coming to the fore, and presenting possibilities for the future. Stitzer in, and he gets the extra point. And the Bulldogs have scored 30. It is 62-30. Hawaii with 11:22 left to play in the game.
I got these pants for $10 less than my sister did.
This computer, 20% off.
I haven't bought shampoo in years.
Rebate check.
Celebrate the Savor in You with My Choice Bundle from Hawaiian Telcom. Get home phone service, unlimited long distance, and high-speed internet. At $65.95 a month, it's the best value in town.
Mom says I'll grow into my clothes.
To connect, call 643-0800.
Savers Unite.
In health as in life, being connected is a beautiful thing. Experience kp.org. Kaiser Permanente. Thrive.
Day 1, pick up new Tacoma. Hit the country. Lots of room, lots of power. Day 3, help my buddy Brad move to his new girlfriend's place. Day 23, I let Nicole take the Tacoma. Brad thought I was nuts. Help Brad move. Again. Day 67. Good day.
The bigger, stronger, better than ever Toyota Tacoma. Fully equipped for your life. At your Toyota dealers of Hawaii.
Let's look at the passing game as sponsored by Aloha Airlines, a proud supporter of UH Sports. For reservations and fare specials, visit alohaAirlines.com. Hawaii 409 through the air. Fresno State 287. That's not bad either.
Most of those by Sean Norton. You kind of figure he didn't play before today's game. You kind of get the feeling that he'll play a lot after it.
Stitzer will kick off. It is kicked deep into the end zone. And Lane, back there, Malcolm Lane, he will not return it. Hawaii will put the ball in play at their own 20-yard line. They are in control, 62-30.
And Tyler Gronke will come into the ball game. And boy, when was the last time you've seen Hawaii go on the road with 11 minutes left in the ball game and go to the second-string offense? And Hawaii's just done a great job against the Fresno State Ball Club today.
At quarterback.
Tyler Gronke, 8 of 9 in passing, 65 yards, no touchdowns. And he has rushed 4 times for 20 yards and no touchdowns. And he gets the call in place of Colt Brennan, who had another stellar day. Gronke looking, steps up, throws long over the middle. That is complete to Rivers at the 45-yard line. Rivers is down at the 40, and Gronke, just into the game, put that ball on the money.
That's got to be very disheartening for the Bulldog defense. They've got the second-team offensive line in there, the second-team running back, the second-team quarterback, and a 40-yard gain on the first play. Very nice play.
David Farmer has come into the backfield now, number 48 for Hawaii. Farmer back there with Gronke. 10:33 left to play in the game. Gronke has it at the Fresno State 40. Gronke looking, shovel pass, and right away, getting wrapped up is Farmer. So Farmer, taking the place of Ilawa, goes nowhere. In fact, loses 2 yards in the play, maybe 1. We'll call it second down and 11 for Hawaii.
And if you're thinking that Hawaii up 62-30 in the fourth quarter, going deep on the pass play is a bit much. Keep in mind that the last time Hawaii played in this stadium, it was 70-14 Fresno State, and the Dogs went for an onside kick, a kind of pooch onside kick. So keep that in mind.
Gronke again to throw, steps up, throws. That is complete to Dickerson, dancing at the 35-yard line. Dickerson steps out of the grasp of one tackler and gets it to about the 33. Hawaii has to go to the 30 for the first down, and the clock keeps ticking. Hawaii, Hawaii they have to go home, fly home tonight on the charter, and then turn things around. Another short week, go back on the road, this time to Las Cruces, New Mexico, to play a New Mexico team that runs pretty much the same offense.
Yeah, they'll be the top 2 passing quarterbacks in the country as far as passing yards per game. That should be a good one next week in Las Cruces.
3rd down and 2. In motion is Bain, number 85. Gronke looking, throws. Best, first down. Best breaks a tackle, 25, and out of bounds close to the 20-yard line. And there's the extra shove. That's just frustration there on the part of Fresno State. So we'll see what the call is. Personal foul, I believe.
After the play was over, personal foul, late hit out of bounds, number 47. Penalties half the distance to the goal. First down.
Ryan Machado called for the late hit. There you see him, number 47. There you see Bess. He has the first down, breaks the tackle, and there you see the late shove by Machado. First down for Hawaii. They have it at the 10. Gronke hands the ball to Farmer. Farmer to the 7 to the 6. Farmer looking for that alley to run up. At that time, it didn't really materialize. He's able to gain 4 yards in the play. And the clock continues to tick away here in the fourth quarter with Hawaii in total control, 62-30.
Well, if you're a Warrior fan, it's really good to see the second team offense in there moving the ball so well. That was Tampa right, that you see the first team run so much and have success with, and the second team's learning how to run it.
There's only one section in this stadium that is still full, and that's the Hawaii section. Gronke looking end zone. Now he'll run. He's at the 5. He dives to the 1-yard line. Fumbles the ball. It is picked up. And now they say, no, the ball was down. Klutz was going to run it.
The ground cannot cause a fumble.
Inside the 1-yard line.
Boy, these fans, I tell you, they give nothing. 62-30, the clock running down in the fourth quarter, and they want this call.
You got to give Tyler an A for effort. He wanted to get that ball in the end zone very badly.
Excellent hit by Chambly there at the 1-yard line. Ball goes down, and the ball comes out after it touches the ground.
Yeah, not even close.
Good call. There's about a foot to go for the touchdown for Hawaii. Pat Hill is out, and does Pat Hill want this reviewed? Apparently in some way, he is satisfied. This is not going to be a good day for him. It is not going to be a good evening. And tomorrow will be spent with his head going back and forth in, I'm trying to understand what happened. But on Monday, he'll be back, and he'll start over again. Into the corner of the end zone. That is a touchdown. And that touchdown was to Rivers. So it is 68-30.
Oh, this Hawaii offense putting up some PlayStation-like numbers. That's 68 points. That's a Fresno State on the wrong side of history. That's the most points ever scored against Fresno State in this stadium. The old record was 64. Hawaii now at 68 points, 7:38 left in the game, and pending the extra point could be 69-30.
Remember, Hawaii lost 70-14. There's still time to score another touchdown. Ball is down at his stick, and it is blocked again. It is free, and finally Dan Keller goes back to get it. That's the second block. It remains 68-30. Hawaii leading. There you see the touchdown throw coming right at you to Rivers.
Are you one of those? One of those who didn't have it handed to them? One who balances risk with reward and stands behind the choices you make? You know you've arrived, but you also know you're not done. Not yet. Because like us, you view success not as a destination, but as a constant journey. The entirely new Lexus ES350. Only at Servco Lexus.
Mahalo, Hawaii, for choosing Hawaii Self-Storage as the place to store your valuables. Hi, I'm Elena Rubin. Being a locally owned company, Hawaii Self-Storage takes great pride in being the best of the best, and we will continue to provide products and services not found anywhere else. We also promise to continue to give back to our community with KK Athletic sponsorships, lockers for literacy, college scholarships, and volunteer work. So look for Mr. Safety when you're ready to rent a storage locker or call 949-SAFE. Hawaii Self-Storage, the one you can trust.
Big Island Candies or click on BigIslandCandies.com to order your favorite treats. New items are now available. Big Island Candies, home of the famous diagonally dipped shortbread cookies.
You see the kickoff and running it back and a big hit there by Guyton Galdera. Galdera, number 18, able to get the hit on Chaston West. So you see the Hawaii people right behind the Hawaii bench, but there's you see behind, it's empty, and there's one section down in the end zone where Hawaii people are still there, and that's still packed with people.
Yeah, you'll see them coming to the shot right there. The one section of people.
Yeah, that's the Hawaii section right there.
They are soaking this one in. Hawaii, they've had the troubles on the road, but not today. They took control early and never looked back.
Norton being chased. Norton throws, and that is incomplete. It was intended on a crossing pattern for Jason Crawley.
So one thing about this Hawaii team, you got to give them credit. They're on the road, hostile territories. Notoriously, Fresno State, this Bulldog Stadium, is one of the toughest places to play. And look at the points they've scored today. And keep in mind, the first series of the game, Fresno State had a 75-yard touchdown pass. The first play of the second half, another long touchdown pass. And in both instances, Hawaii just kind of brushed it aside, went back to work, and got the job done all day long.
68 points are the most ever scored against Fresno State on this field. 68 points, second only to 72. And that victory over Brigham Young. Ball is handed. Here is Miller again. Breaking tackle, being chased down by Paipule. And Paipule gets him at the 45-yard line.
And another Fresno State.
Timo Paipule just would not give up on him on Miller. Lanye Miller.
Yeah, Fresno State, no quitting them.
You see, gets away from Porlis, but there is Paipule. So the ball at the 46-yard line. Miller has really become a workhorse. Under center, Norton. Miller looking, and Miller is tripped up at the line of scrimmage, but he does gain 5 yards to the 50-yard line. He was tripped up, but he kept his legs going. 5-yard or 4-yard gain. That'll bring up second down and about 6.
Well, Pat Hill's just going to take a beating in the Fresno media. They're coming off that Utah State loss last week. He was hearing it. Boy, he's going to hear it now. Look at that score right above his head, 68-30. It's going to be a tough week for him, especially headed to LSU.
Second down. Miller again. Miller getting to the outside and finally forced out of bounds over there.
By Gaitan Galdera, nice job pushing him out of bounds. They are having success running the ball, the Bulldogs are, but, you know, there's less than 6 minutes left on the clock. It's a tough situation for them to be in, to have to go to where their success is with the run and have it burn so much time off the clock.
Yeah, I think they've conceded this one.
8-yard gain. It is first down at the Hawaii 41-yard line. Miller continues in the backfield. Mercer is the fullback. Quick pass. That is complete. And getting to, it looks like the fences. Or is it Kale Maka? We'll have to wait and see. Kevin Kikone there. Kale Maka made the stop. 8-yard gain again. So a gain on the play of 8. And the clock merrily ticking away for this Rainbow victory. Norton, who has done a tremendous job coming off the bench. It is Miller leaping over the line of scrimmage. Gets into the secondary. And right there is Malala. Michael Malala to make the tackle. Another first down for Fresno State. 7-yard gain on that play. Miller has just racked up the yardage. He is going to be a good one for Fresno State. So we're seeing the blooming of the future for the Bulldogs, taking their lumps tonight. First down at the 25 for Fresno State. Miller again. Miller to the 20, to the 19.
Lanye Miller.
So Lanye Miller.
Inside the 19-yard line.
A lot of second-team defensive warriors getting to get in the game and get some playing experience against the run.
Miller comes out of high school. He rushed for 2,500 yards his senior year of high school and scored 34 touchdowns. So he is no stranger to the end zone or to carrying the ball. Second down and 5, the ball at the 19. 4:12 left. Miller again. Miller finally gets into that secondary, gets into the mix master of the linebackers and the defensive linemen, and Rustin Saoli. Saoli has played very well on special teams and getting a chance to play linebacker, only a 3-yard gain. That will be third down and about 3. So here comes Fresno State. Fresno State band performed very well. They are still here. In the end zone. High formation. Third down. Norton maybe audibleizing. They give it to Miller. Miller to the 10. Miller inside to about the 8-yard line. Boy, excellent blocking. And the Hawaii defense appearing rather soft here.
Kahai LeCount in on the tackle there. Holding on.
So Hawaii will change and put in some more down linemen. And it will be first and goal to go from the 8 for Fresno State. carrying the ball and not getting anywhere at that time is Miller. They hit him at the line of scrimmage. He may have lost a yard. Good job by LeCount that time. And Paipule.
No gain, 2nd and 9.
So the ball, 2nd down, goal to go. Crawley is to the far side. Single setback is Miller. You see here whether Norton goes to the air. He does. Throws. That's complete. That should be a touchdown, and it is. So Kinter. Isaac Kinter gets the touchdown. Redshirt freshman out of El Dorado Hills. That's only his 4th interception of the season, 9-yard touchdown, and the first of Kinter's career. So it's now 68-36. Hawaii leading with 2 minutes and 26 seconds left to play in the game.
It's got to be the quietest 36 points I've ever seen scored in a ball game for Fresno State today.
One thing about June Jones, he does not, once he gains control of the game, he does not run it up. He does not punish the other team. He's played his reserves throughout. And the kick is up by Stitzer. And then coming to the end here, 2:26 left. Hawaii leading 68-37 over Fresno State.
This is the American Savings Bank check card. And this is the American Savings Bank credit card. Enroll now in Travel Awards Plus and earn reward points on purchases you make with either card. Those are points that can be combined into the same pool. This means you earn more points and you earn them faster. We call it Travel Awards Plus from American Savings Bank. You can call it fantastic.
Hello!
It slices, it does.
These days, you never know what will show up at your door.
Surprise!
But Pizza Hut is always welcome with pizza, pasta, and salads delivered hot and fresh.
Got a hungry family? Dig into 2 large 2-topping pizzas on the crust of your choice for just $22.99.
Pizza Hut, delivering more to your door.
Hey, is your daughter home?
It's Sunday with the Ohana, telling stories through hula, watching the keiki grow up. In Hawaii, it's about community, and the Honolulu Advertiser has been a part of your community since 1856, sharing your stories, helping you celebrate big events in uniquely island ways. The Honolulu Advertiser, Hawaii's newspaper.
Pigskin Picks is back. Win a year's use of an 06 VW Rabbit from Tony Volkswagen or Vegas Trips. Get your ballot Mondays and Tuesdays in the Honolulu Advertiser.
Bank of Hawaii presents our choice for today's most valuable players. And we'll post them for you as you take a look at Colt Brennan, 32 of 39, 409 yards, and 5 touchdowns. And Sean Norton, the reserve quarterback for Fresno State, 14 of 24, 225 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Short kickoff. Comes back out. Victor Fergustrom carrying the ball. Or, excuse me, not Fergustrom, but Inoke Funaki. I think that's Funaki.
It's Fergustrom.
Oh, that's Fergustrom.
Yeah.
They both wear number 11.
Right. You know, when the schedule came out, this Hawaii-New Mexico State game coming up next week didn't really jump out at you, but that's shaping up to be a big one because Chase Holbrook, New Mexico State, Colt Brennan for Hawaii, not only the top 2 passers in the WAC, the top 2 passers in the entire nation. That's going to be a great ball game next week in Las Cruces.
First down at the 44 for Hawaii. Bank of Hawaii, by the way, salutes those 2 deserving players. Here is keeping the ball is Gronke. Gronke gets over the... No, check that. That could be Funaki. Funaki has come into the game now. The 3rd quarterback. Brennan started. He was relieved by Gronke. Gronke did an excellent job while he was in there. And now... it is Funaki.
Okay, Funaki, number 11, the new quarterback.
So Funaki is one of those players who can also pass and run. He has a very quick delivery. So Funaki will run out the time, 1:22 left. Hawaii will win this. Hawaii will become 4-2 on the season, 2-1 in the WAC. And Fresno State will dip to 1-5. Funaki goes back, tries to run it up the middle, and gets nowhere. So I turn to you, Mr. Donovan. What does this do now for the Hawaii football program over the course of this season? Because this is a huge victory for Hawaii.
Well, it is a great job by the Warriors on the road. That was important. June's always said great teams win on the road. And for them to come in here into Fresno and beat Fresno by 31 points right now, that's huge. And it really bodes well for the rest of the season, including the away games.
Final play of the game. From the shotgun, Funaki. And keeps it. Funaki getting outside, 50-45, first down. That will stop the clock with 22 seconds left. But Hawaii with a huge victory here, 68-37. When you think back 2 years, Hawaii getting just embarrassed, 70-14. This is redemption. From local to long-distance wireless to internet, Hawaiian Telcom has solutions for all your communications needs. Hawaiian Telcom, keeping Hawaii connected. So that'll do it. June Jones comes out to congratulate his team. He will make his way across the field to shake hands with Pat Hill. Those are two very close friends, and they'll be at each other again. But Hawaii wins big today, 68-37. Big victory. So all Hawaii and the Hawaiian Islands can celebrate as Hawaii wins on the road. Most they've ever scored on the road.
Nissan took 20 years of adventure, journeys, and concrete jungles, then built the next Nissan Pathfinder with a 270 horsepower V6, seating for 7, and independent rear suspension. The Nissan Pathfinder, only $269 a month at your Nissan dealer now. Road trip, anyone?
Sit down. I'm Dr. Angus. Watch what happens when someone who can't sit takes hold of the Angus Roman Swiss.
What do you feel like doing now?
I want to sit down.
The magic combination of Angus beef, shrooms, and Swiss is so good it makes people sit.
Meat meets mushroom, but meat seat. Buns up, buns down. I'm full of sit. You're full of sit. We're all full of sit. The Angus Shroom and Swiss, the ultimate sit-down burger.
Red Star Moment, sponsored by Heineken. It's all about the beer Heineken. This really highlighted the Hawaii effort as Leonard Peters steps in front of the intended receiver, and he is gone for a touchdown. Third interception of the year, and his second time that is returned an errant pass for a touchdown. And Leonard Peters contributing to the Hawaii victory today, 68-37 over Fresno State in Fresno. Next Saturday, the Warriors return to Western Athletic Conference play against the Wolfpack of Nevada, right here at Aloha Stadium. And then earlier than that, tomorrow afternoon, the home team will have WAC soccer from the Waipio Soccer Stadium with a contest between Utah State and Hawaii. And you can watch the home team's coverage of that game starting at 5. This has been another sports presentation of Warrior Football by your home for University of Hawaii Sports K5, the home team. Thanks for watching, everybody. Malama pono, ke kahi, ke kahi.